Live or not live? That is the question. But it would appear that I am live. 2 days in a row again. Been a while since I've done that. Actually, there was a time when I did it frequently, but hasn't been too long since the previous time I've done this. Well, then again, I guess that depends on your definition of long. So yeah, this is me streaming back to back for once, and I do hope that doing this will come with some certain results, because I am hoping, and I'm gonna check that real quick since I have time. My hope has not come to fruition. Now why? I don't know. So yeah, in between this stream and the previous one, I set up StreamCode again, in the hopes that it would work now, and I gave it every single permission I could give it. But apparently that it still doesn't want to work. Now, I still don't really understand why it doesn't want to work. But apparently it just doesn't. And I don't appreciate it not working. Oh well. So that's a thing. You know what? Actually, let me do something real quick. Alright, no. I think I'll just get started now, because that alarm is loud and it's annoying. So I completely agree here. Since it's so annoying, I say we just continue here and hope that other people start to show up a little bit further into the stream, I guess. That alarm is loud. Apparently, I am not clicked into the game. That should do it. Reaching over sleepily, I open the phone and shut it off. After I'm done, I'm about to head back to the bedroom to change into the uniform when I hear noise from downstairs. Meiji, is that you? Yeah, Mom? Are you feeling any better? I put my hand over my stomach. A lot better than before. Good, I made you porridge for breakfast today. Think you can eat it? I think so, yeah. Well, come down, sweetie. I'm coming. I head down, still in pajamas. Meiji's parents are sitting at the table, drinking what I assume is coffee and eating their own breakfast. Third place at the table is set up with a bowl of porridge and a glass of what looks like orange juice. Good morning, Meiji. Morning there. Feeling better today? I'm feeling much better, thanks, Dad. Do you want to stay home again today? Just say the word and I'll let the school know. Come on, dear. Cut the umbilical cord. Oh, cut the umbilical cord a little bit. He's my baby. Meiji's dad and I exchange a small, knowing look before he goes back to the paper. Meiji's mom then nods at the breakfast in front of me. Here, try and eat this. Okay. I sit at the table. You slept alright, right? Didn't stay up late reading manga or watching anime again? She feels my forehead again. Mom! No fever at least. I groan and roll my eyes, but also smile a bit. Yeah, I slept well. No, I didn't stay up late. Well, if you go to your new club today, please just take it easy. New club? Sayori managed to get me to join her literature club. Really? I'm proud of you, Meiji. Extracurricular activities are good for you, plus colleges like seeing that sort of thing. I'll be honest, Dad, I haven't thought too hard about colleges. But I'm going to change that after the festival. I'm glad to hear you taking that seriously. Me too. What club is it? It's the literature club. I literally just said that. Well, now isn't that something? He smiles almost wistfully. I know that look, dear. You're reminiscing. Yeah, I am. What about? You and Aiko being part of the literature club. But didn't Sakura Academy's literature club shut down during Aiko's last year? Sayori helped restart it with one of her friends. Sayori's involved? Well, one more reason to join the club then. At least you'll have a friend there. That's definitely a plus. Meiji steps and leans forward. By the way, Meiji, I hear you had some girls over yesterday. I gulp. Yeah? Tatsuo, sweetie, I told you what happened. I'm just teasing, dear. Yeah, Sayori's pretty sneaky. She is at that. He finishes his coffee and Meiji's mom does so a few seconds later. Well, we should get going. You too, Meiji. I'll head out soon. Meiji's mom finishes cleaning hers and Tatsuo's dishes, putting them in a dish drain behind the sink. See you later, sweetie. Love you. Love you too, Mom. The two grab their suitcases and head out. I quickly finish breakfast, clean my dishes, and leave them to dry on the rack as well. I head upstairs to grab the uniform, but I remember I don't have a poem. Pull out my laptop and look for an old poem. Find a good one and transcribe it onto a scrap sheet of paper. There we go. Seeing that it's just 6:46, I decide there's plenty of time for a shower. Also, by old poem you mean one that you found on your laptop that you might have written in the past? Just for the heck of it, or did you seriously just grab a random poem from the internet? You know Monica's probably gonna find out. As I start the shower, I feel Meiji waking up. Hey sleepyhead, you're finally awake. What time is it? It's almost 7, your parents already left. I slept in that long? Why didn't you try and wake me? How would I do that? Shouting at myself to wake up? I'm not exactly ready to be taken away. Ho ho hee hee haha. Yeah, I guess not. Oh no, damn it. What is it? We forgot to write a poem. Meiji is practically screaming. Don't shout, I wrote one earlier this morning. Wait, you did? You were still asleep. Must have been. What was the poem? I'll show you later, it's an older one of mine. Oh, okay. Hey, you're finally awake. The mod did that joke already, so I'm not doing it again. Also, Rob, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here. I'm guessing... Wait, is Chris... Yeah. I'm guessing Twitch notifications worked for you then? I'm guessing you got your notification from Twitch. Nice to see that Twitch is sometimes able to pull that off. Because, yeah, you're early. We're not even 10 minutes into the stream. I appreciate that. My phone is dying. Well, that's not good. At least you were able to make it before your phone died, which I appreciate. Well, I didn't have much time to write anything, and I did say I wanted them to see my older poems. We'll write a new one tonight. We? Yeah, we. I didn't tell them about me yet, even though I meant to on the first day. Oh yeah, it slipped my mind too. When do we do it, and how? Leave it to me, alright? I say that with confidence. I don't feel at all. No notification, checking every time. Wow. Twitch! Fix your shit! If people if people follow our channel, they wanna be notified. Jesus. Horrible. Twitch certainly needs to get its act together at some point. Don't know if they'll ever manage to pull that off. Oh, you got one. Alright. Sorry, Twitch, I was a little bit, I jumped the gun a little bit. As I shower, my mind wanders. What do I do now? Do I keep lying? No, I really shouldn't. Would they believe me? I'm sure Monica would, but what about the others? People have to click the bell and turn on all notifications. That's a YouTube thing, but hey, since this is gonna be uploaded on YouTube later on anyway, hey guys, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to turn on the notifications. Also, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Oh god. Begging for stuff. Oh well. Sure, Monica would, but what about the others? You okay there? You're spacing out on me? Do that here too? That's news to me. I thought if you were following a channel, you would get notifications automatically. Huh. Why is it like that? Oh damn, sorry. I begin to rinse off. Seriously, are you alright? And don't lie. I couldn't read your inner thoughts, but I could at least feel tension. Honestly, I'm tense as hell. I don't know if I should trust Monica or not. I don't know how to broach the subject of you and me without hurting Sayori. Get some, you don't get them all, yeah. Also, Krivanov, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hello to you too. And someone! Everyone's starting to show up now. Look at that! Everyone's starting to show up now. That's nice to see. But you did get your notifications from Twitch, right? It's not like StreamCode suddenly worked. Because when I checked over on the Discord when I started the stream, it didn't send a notification. Unless... Did it actually send a notification on Discord just with delay? I don't think so, right? You got a notification from Twitch directly. And Rob, you were first. You're the first one to show up here. Hate not knowing what to do. You sounded so confident earlier, though. Didn't want you to worry. Dude, I haven't been in control of my own body for the past 3 days. All I can do is worry and think. Right. I'm sorry, matey. I just... Knowing what I know, and with the added stress of being sick and unintentionally hijacking your body... It's a lot of pressure, you know? If we're going to be stuck together, you need to be more honest with me. Yeah, you're right, but that applies to you too. I'll be more honest in the future. You'd better. I get dressed, and after making sure my poem is in my pocket, I grab the school bag and walk out. Alright, no left. I see those discussions you're having in chat. Again, I'm not reading that stuff aloud. I just wanted to point out that in case you don't just so you don't think I'm forgetting about chat. No, I'm just reading it, but not allowed. On the phone. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out the first word there. Audio on the phone, video on tablet. Working on... Sorry, what just happened? Oh, someone... Yeah, highlight. No, wait. What's that? Auto mode? What are you doing there? Oh, it's identifying that as the N-word, isn't it? Look at that. Now let me try to figure out that text message before I do anything else. Working on clay things too. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, you actually know it's not. Yeah, but apparently it identified it as one. I can see that it's not the N-word, but Twitch doesn't like it, apparently. Ha. Interesting. Interesting. But look at you doing this on multiple devices because for some reason. Happity hoppity. Gotta stop these. Okay. I get dressed, and after making sure my poem is in my pocket, I grab the school bag and walk out. I head outside. Cooled. I don't think you need that. You wanted that double O there. It's cooled. Just like, it's colder than just cool, but not quite to the point where you can say cold, so it's right in the middle. It's cooled. Did I play Friday Night Funkin'? I didn't. I haven't played the game, but I know it's free and I've watched a lot of other people play it and I think it's interesting. But I'm not sure I would be any good at it. It's just sharing jokes. Alright. But yeah, I know about the game, I know about the very active modding community of the game as well. And yeah. I've seen a lot of gameplay, haven't played it myself yet because I know I would probably suck. Is October weather always this nice? It's not unheard of. I head to Sayori's house and almost walk in when the door opens. Meiji, what are you doing here? I was going to wake you up if you were still sleeping, but it looks like you got up earlier. I like that game, I'm playing a mod. Sarventi's Mid-Fight Masses, I'm guessing. Sarventi's Mid-Fight Masses, if that's the mod you're playing, then I honestly have seen it, and that mod, amazing. Just amazing. Also the fact that it has 4 songs instead of the usual 3 makes it all the better. But it's a difficult one from what I know and what I've seen. Oh, right. Sorry, I'm still not used to it at all. 80% in the last one. I'm ashamed that it's because tablet can't work with Bluetooth headphones. Oh, okay. If it can work with your Bluetooth headphones, then I guess. But why do you have the... Right, tablet, bigger screen, I understand. Audio might be a little bit off sync, because you can never rely on 2 devices having the exact same delay. But, yeah, I think I get why you're doing that now. That's okay. We still have time though, so let me help you clean up. Put my bag down and begin fixing her hair. Jeez, your hair is a mess. You know, it's funny. What's funny? I continue trying to straighten her hair. It's weird to have a friend who does these kinds of things with you. Everyone has their own guilty pleasures, that is true. That was earlier than expected. But then again, this scenario did happen in the game. Ah! Make her stop, this is embarrassing! I don't think it's weird at all. I reply to both Meiji and Sayori. Believe it or not, I care about you. I only have moderate success with her hair. I notice some toothpaste stains on her collar, I subtly wipe it off, while pretending to straighten her collar. Stand back and stroke my chin, looking at her with Fox appraisal. I didn't know how to say that word. That's good. Hey Sayori, I've always wondered, why do you leave your blazer unbuttoned? I'm not telling you. Button it up for her. Trust me on this, it's better if we don't. Well, I guess I've gotten so used to seeing you in that blazer that it would be weird to see it buttoned up. But it does look a bit small on you. I tug on the sleeves. Couldn't you at least get a bigger one so it covers your arms? It's getting colder, you know. Also, a war has broken out in chat, apparently. Nice. But I have my coat! I guess so, but you'd look a lot prettier with a properly fitting blazer. I feel Meiji gets super embarrassed.
You think I would?
I would never say that. I think it. I do think that.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
I never mentioned a boyfriend, did I?
Well...
I highlighted this message just because I can. Well, if you saved up your points for the, if you have enough points saved up, then it's understandable that you'd want to use them on something. So, hope that highlight helped you feel important. Hang on. The smoothing is slightly off and it hurts the eyes and ears. And well, you could always just switch to your smaller screen and do everything over your phone, but then again, smaller screen, you know. I don't know if you can highlight it. Now you're both highlighting just for the sake of highlighting it, aren't you? Well, I mean, go ahead if you've got the points by all accounts, highlighting your messages. Maybe I implied it a bit.
Maybe I misheard you.
Even so. Okay, that was odd. Well, I'll try and keep an eye on that. To answer your question though, I think that if a guy is telling you not to dress how you like, then he's not worth your time. I've never had a girlfriend myself, but if I did and she tried to change the way I dress to suit her taste, I'd dump her so hard. Get sent into buffer hell? Buffer hell. Nobody likes that place. The worst kind of hell. Thanks for streaming today. Hey, no problem, honestly. I'm streaming today because I feel like it. And because I've got time to stream, so no need to thank me. After all, this is for my own enjoyment as much as anyone else's. It's not like I've been scolded by the teachers and I don't think leaving the blazer... It's not like you've been scolded by the teachers and I don't think leaving the blazer loose is against any school dress codes. Best way... Aww. Here come the compliments again. Thanks, though. Thanks. If you really think this is the best way to spend your day right now, I am flattered. I really am. But watching Pokemon card openings for straight 4 hours. Okay then, that is some serious boredom. But I hope those videos kept your boredom at bay at least a little bit.
You think so?
I do. I know if it were me, if we started dating, I wouldn't say anything negative about your blazer. If you didn't, not only would you be harder to find, but it's such a Sayori thing for you to do. Everyone's highlighting their messages now. What's going on here? Oh dear God. For some reason, this is so much harder for me to read than Kirillovanov's encryptions. Maybe because I'm not used to those as much. Dear God. Something Ted? Oh dear God, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? Something ending in 2017. DDLC 2017, okay. To hell? Something to hell, okay. I'm working my way into that text message from the back. I have, yeah, I have. Something to hell. I have something to hell. DDLC 2017. Highlighted just to keep him away. I mean, hey. If you're just interested in the game, you can just play it yourself. I'd like to think that by me playing this, you gain something else from it, which would probably be my interactions with chat. Granted. I've granted kids to hell. Alright, I almost got it. Give him letters. Give him letters, Rob. He needs help. Well, he's just translated it again. And, Rob, you're really blowing all your points on highlighted messages now, aren't you? I mean, fair enough, you do you. If you've got the points, go ahead and use them. Operation OD DLC for you. Oh, no. I'm getting back into this. I'm doing my best to make progress now. Let's go.
Meanie?
Silly little... What the fuck? Why are you using such big words right now? Little idiosyncrasies make you as cute as you are. Let's do this when he's close to the end. Oh yeah, draw this out in the end. Private message when it's close to the end. Oh dear god.
What? You know what that word means?
Now who's being the mean one?
Sorry.
It's alright, but we've dawdled enough. We should get going or we're gonna be late. As we walk, Sayori speaks up again.
Are you sure you're feeling okay to go to school today? You still don't look well.
Well, maybe Muramoto-san's cupcakes cured me. I joke a bit before getting serious. I'll be honest, I don't feel quite back to 100%, but I feel good enough to come to school. Just don't expect me to do much today in the club.
I don't think anyone will force you.
Could you... change... Could you change gender every minute? What do you mean change gender every minute? That... Ooh boy, that would be... wow. No, I ain't doing that. That would be far more effort. I need a moment to do that, and that way we wouldn't make any progress in this game. Spoiler. Testing. Thank you for insulting me. Testing. More students join us on the road. And immediately turn away because I smell. As we approach the school, I see students heading in, along with CodeErr. Alright, the bully. That's her? Oh hey, she has a normal hair color now, and eye color. Oh, she's not a Gyaru anymore. She locks eyes with me and approaches. Sorry, I have different people to romance. I don't have time for you. I step between her and Sayori. Go inside.
Don't do anything stupid.
I promise you I wouldn't, remember? Now go. Sayori begins walking to the school.
Wait, I need to talk to both of you.
Whatever you have to say, it can wait until later.
I'm afraid it can't.
Alright, what is it?
I'm sorry to the both of you.
That was loud. We got a few stares.
I thought you said you weren't going to say anything about to her about me.
Sayori leans in and whispers it into my ear. I didn't. After Monday I went home and thought long and hard about what I'd done. I even talked to my parents about it. They told me the same thing you did. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I just wanted you to know I won't be acting like that from now on. Well, this is definitely not what I was expecting. Words are just words. Please prove your words with your actions. You have my word. I'll make it up to the two of you and everyone else. She heads inside quickly. Even if we got the points to make you do that. Well, that wouldn't make me change like every minute. I don't have any reward like that. If you have the points to make me do that, then it's gonna stick around for a while. I won't change like every minute back and forth because that's no. So much points. Oh, you will mine your points, alright. Feel free to do that. In order to gain your points, you'll need to follow along with my streams a little bit more frequently. You can't forget that. So please, be sure to show up when I stream. Nah. If you've got the time to come by, I always appreciate it, but as always, I totally understand that not everyone has time to come by every single day or whenever I stream. She heads inside quickly. Well, that was unexpected. I look over at Sayori and see that she's trembling. Sayori? Oh, she was... okay, no, she's fine.
Sorry, I guess I wasn't prepared for that encounter today.
Come on, I'll walk you to your classroom. Take her inside, staying close just in case she collapses. Meiji leads me to Sayori's classroom, which is right next to Meiji's.
Thanks, Meiji. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Get away with the nya!
I don't like it.
I've seen those clips. You're just sharing them so people who haven't seen them already can watch them now. But trust me, I think everyone who is here has already seen those clips and has received their fair dose of secondhand embarrassment. I take care of you because I care about you. I'll see you in the clubroom later. I can't wait to read your poem.
Me too. Later, Meiji.
She sits in the second seat to the back next to the window. She's got the protagonist window seat like us. What do you mean? You know how in school anime the male protagonist has that back corner window seat like we do? Oh, I didn't even think of that. Makes me wonder if the others have the same seats in their classroom. I wouldn't be surprised. When I enter the classroom, a student approaches me. Who are you? And what's that music? But who are you? What kind of voice? Also, you also have your blazer unbuttoned like... You look like a weird fusion of Sayori and Monica. Right? I'm not the only one who's seeing that, right? She looks like a weird Sayori-Monica fusion. I don't know how to feel about that. Which makes me wonder what kind of voice would she have. Take care of you so you won't be hanging around in the room. Holy fuck, yes. Wait, it's exactly what you think. Alright, let me just... voice. Something between Sayori and Monica. Something between the very cheery and upright Sayori voice and the very soft spoken Monica voice. Which would probably be around this range, maybe. That's basically just... wow. And Code-chan comes out like that. Also, I really like the music. Can I just say that real quick? Good for voice. I don't think my voice is good enough to do proper voice acting, but we've had that discussion before, and voice acting seems like a very fun job. If I were just, you know, a little bit more skilled.
Jesus, son, are you feeling better today?
Who's that? That's the class rep, Fujiwara Mori? Gotcha. Ah, yes I am. It was just some food poisoning. I am not feeling quite back to normal, but I can at least come to class, no problem. Alright, Mori.
Oh, good. Did you want the notes from yesterday? I made copies for you and Tani-san.
Tani-san wasn't here either? Looking over, I see CodeErr sitting with her head on her desk, arms covering her face.
No, she wasn't. After your brutal takedown, she probably stayed home out of embarrassment.
I don't know what you are. Why are you designed like that? I mean, it's a good design, but I can only think of Monica and Sayori fusion right now. And I will commit at least a war, and I will commit at least a war crime. This possession situation, I'm guessing, is what that is. Honestly, this is weird for me, but yeah. Bar was so bright. I mean, that is a very bright blue bar, if that's what you're talking about, the text box over here. And yes, war crime indeed. That's your specialty, alright. Hey, Kirillinov, if you want to commit your war crimes, you have someone who can help you. Yeah, I did go overboard, didn't I? I'm really sorry about that. I guess I just snapped.
I don't blame you. No one here was willing to stand up for you. Even me, I'm ashamed to say.
So, she's one of the few people in class who's nice to me, and I haven't appreciated it. I feel his guilt again. I've been so distant. Of the way I've acted until now, I'm not surprised. I don't exactly exude a friendly attitude to my classmates, do I? Thank you, thank you. Insults I can deal with. Thanks for redeeming your highlight just to tell me that.
If I'm honest, no. That's why I was shocked, but not really surprised when you snapped on Monday.
Deleted and hanged? Wow, double death. Well, I promise I'll behave better, and honestly, I'm glad you're in this class with me. Going to be banned on this channel so quick. You think?
Oh?
Yeah, you're one of the only people here who treats me kindly, even if I didn't deserve it. And I don't. Stop being so hard on yourself.
It's my job as class rep, but I guess I'm a naturally helpful person.
Well, I haven't said it, but I'm grateful. Really. And yes, I would like the notes from yesterday if you're okay with it. No one's gonna get banned here. Everyone here is a horrible person. Yes, everyone watching this, you're horrible people. But so am I, so it's fine. Thank you for once again pushing the entire chat out of the screen with such a massive message. Digital people can't smell... have no... You know what? That's fair. But, you know, artificial smell and all that, let's just say that. Smelly! If you say I'm smelly, apparently I am. I don't know how you're coming to that conclusion, but something apparently smells. But yeah, technically speaking, digital people can smell, just like how digital people don't really have a biological gender, which is why I can be both. Whenever I want.
Of course.
She returns to her desk, 3 ahead of Meiji's, and comes back with a stack of photocopied papers.
Here you are.
Thank you.
Anytime.
She returns to her desk and is immediately surrounded by a small group of girls I assume are her friends. Nun Trapper? Begin looking over Mori's notes. After a while, Meiji speaks up, and judging from his tone, he feels extremely down. Maybe I should let you take permanent control. Seem to have a better knack at my life than I do. What? Why the hell would you want that? Because you're the one making friends left and right. Oh. I still have little idea how this is affecting Meiji. Psionica. Should we just call her Psionica? No, we're calling her Mori because that's her name on the textbooks. Should report you. No, go back to insulting me, please. Nah, as I said before, I do appreciate the compliments, and while they do still flatter me a little bit, at the very least I don't just lock up completely in like a constant feedback loop of of the happy chemicals. So at least I can handle them now. Eddie, at first don't lie. A little bit. Are you just throwing out the insults to get rid of my immunity to compliments? Just make me a little bit weaker for when a compliment eventually shows up? Is that why you kept calling me smelly? Still have little idea how this is affecting Meiji. Must be super stressed. Been too preoccupied to think about it though. Damn. I feel awful now. I stand and begin moving to the exit. Meiji, No, don't you dare feel sorry for me. You've been working so hard on my behalf and I don't deserve it. I don't deserve this life. I should just... Apparently I just smacked myself. I smacked myself once again, trying to snap him out of it. Fortunately, no one sees. Ow! Stop that! Stop doing that! Crap, I overreacted. I take a deep breath. Sorry. That's now what I meant. I'm guessing not. Just calm down, dude. It's fine. How? How? Meiji. No, you don't get it. Keep forgetting that he's a teen. Get what? Meiji, it's alright, really. No, it isn't. We're going around in circles here. Brain time clip. I have watched all my clips, by the way, but I might double check the big brain time clip. It's after the stream is over again, just to make sure which clip exactly you were talking about again. We're going around in circles here, unless it's a new clip, in which case I haven't seen it yet. Wow. I mean, yeah, we could fuck up his life in the future very nicely, considering we have full control of his body. You would smell like expired hair products and sweat, if I'd assume. Wow. There we go, there are the insults. And of course you're bringing up the hair products again. Because you don't like my hair. I get that. I can smile at those insults. Because I know they're playful insults. Haha. Going to try a different approach. You don't think I want you to get better? I'm trying to lead by example here. Believe it or not, I'm a lot like you. You are? Yeah, I'm somewhat of a loner, but that's okay. You're trying, right? Yeah? I am. Then that's what counts. No one can ask anything else of you. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I guess I haven't been feeling a lot like myself lately. Understandable, considering that we are currently him. I can't blame you, honestly. It's not like I've even tried to give you control back yet. Green peppers. Sure. Keep viewing them as that. But today we're going to tell everyone. After we share poems. Alright. I head back in and class begins moments later. Lunchtime again! Put the books away, stand and stretch. I need a walk. Where do you think the club room is? No idea. Then let's just look around. Why not ask Sayori? Because she'd want to show us around. And this might be one of the few times we can get Monica alone. Damn! Forget about the antagonist. She's not the antagonist. But we do need to be careful around her. I don't know what she knows or if she realizes how the game ends. Alright. Let's ask a teacher. I see that setup you're putting in here, and I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for that one. That's such a classic. Monica alone. You know it's bad because Meiji was already telling us to just get a room, just kiss her already. Until we told him, dude, you know we're still in your body, right? Find a teacher and he directs me down another part of the building. The direction he gives us leads us to a set of stairs to the 3rd floor. Why would I try? You fell. So we had. Oh, really? Before. I fell for that specific one. I mean, I know I fell for a lot of stuff, but I can't remember falling for that one. But I do remember falling for the ice wall. And you know I'm not gonna finish that. As we head there, I noticed the number of students decreasing. Where'd all the students go? I think this part of the school is for the more gifted middle schoolers. So are they just off on break or something? Probably, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. We reach the room. Above the door is the label 3D. Weird. Wasn't that another classroom's name on the floor below? Yeah, Monica's. So classic, it's stupid and clear. You know, when you're right, you're right. I do not gently open that door. Why wouldn't you gently open the door? What are you doing? Are you kicking the door open? What the hell? No one's in the room. Wow. Okay. But if this is an active classroom, wouldn't there be students in here for lunch? Or perhaps they're all out already? Does anyone even use this room? Take a look or good look at the dark room. The windows look over the roof. Wow, that's a great view of the city. And is that an ocean? Didn't realize I was in a coastal town. Oh, you're talking about Hot Wheels right now? Wow. Also, thank you for the raid res. Wow. Thank you with 10 viewers. That is by far the biggest raid I've ever received. And I just want to say I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. And Ren, thank you very much for the follow. That is also very much appreciated. But yeah, how are you doing? How was your stream? I hope your stream went well. And Eldwin, I hope I said that right. Thank you very much for the follow as well. I really appreciate it. I really do. Just wanted to. Thanks. But I do hope you had a pleasant, I do hope you had a fun stream. And another... What? Okay. Are you serious right now? Lazy Volt? Am I saying that right? Thank you very much for the follow too. I really do appreciate that. Was playing Little Inferno. I've heard a lot about that game, a lot of praise, but not any details, and I was thinking maybe I should play that in the future as well. But I don't know. I might give it a try, maybe. No promises. But thank you very, very much for the raid once again. And yeah. Thank you everyone who followed. I appreciate that as well. I look at the desks and see only a handful of school bags being hung on the desk in the front. Not many use this classroom, if any, huh? I reach over and turn on the lights. 9th grade classrooms sure look the same as 12th grade classrooms. Yeah, the school is a junior and high school mix. Makes sense. Any idea why no one's in this one? Well, I actually have no idea. It's probably a small class. Yeah, probably. Well, if the teachers are complaining about Natsuki's manga, it has to be used, right? I head over to the closet. Get on arts. I'm guessing the general one, you mean? If I want to check that on stream, I'm gonna do that at the end. I'm not taking that time in the middle of the stream right now. I'll definitely check it after the stream, maybe even at the end of the stream, so I can give some thoughts on it, but we'll see. I head over to the closet. Yep, there's her manga on the top shelf, and Yuri's tea set. Yuri was right, that is similar to ours. Well, I'm not gonna mess with it. And another follow. Thank you very much for the follow. Digital Vegas bra. Appreciate it, I really do. Oh, I'm not gonna mess with it. I secretly moved the manga to a lower shelf where I see room. Moving it down for her so she can reach it. Well thought out plan. I head over to the teacher's desk. The computer's off. I don't see anything else here, so there's no reason to stay. I shall finish this mod faster than I thought. Anyway, if you want another mod after this, return to the portrait. That mod is far longer. I'll give it some thought. But the next series I start probably won't be another DDLC mod. Again, I'm gonna play something else in between, and then jump back into another DDLC mod a little bit later down the line. I mean... in your server. Yeah, in my Discord server, yeah, I don't have that open during the stream, so I might give that game a try. Although I just know I'm gonna suck at it. I might give it like a one-off try. Besides it's being used as a classroom, I should let the students use it. I switch off the lights. I head back out into the hallway and shut the door of the classroom. Looking out the window, I see that the back of the school is a courtyard. I look down and spot someone sitting on a bench reading a book. Is it Yuri? She has long black hair. Is that Yuri? It's the new Yuri. Looks like it. Maybe she finished her lunch early. Uh-oh, she's in trouble. I look slightly to the left and see a group of teenagers pointing at her from a distance and laughing. Are you kidding? Yuri too? Does everyone get bullied in this school? Maiden of Mystery protection skills activated. Let's go! The knight in shining armor is here to protect Yuri. I rush down to the courtyard. Screw no running in the halls. Yuri needs help. Meiji doesn't try and stop me this time, only gives me directions to the back of the school to the back school entrance. I run over and see a group surrounding Yuri. She looks terrified. All around her are a group of students. You slut! You're the silent kinky type, aren't you, baby? Come over and I'll show you a good time. I can't believe I just read that out loud. 80%. I resist the urge to pummel them all into the earth. I made a promise after all. Seriously, what are those others? Betcha they could produce enough milk to feed the entire school. How are they getting away with this? And what's with that book? The student grabs it from Yuri.
Please, give that back.
Yuri, use knife. Okay, Yuri, use knife attack. Just stab him to death now. What a creepy looking book. Figures you read this garbage. Before anyone can respond, I calmly walk up and snatch the book from the person who'd stolen it. I smile politely. No smartassery. No smartassery. Hello there. And here's another loser.
Meiji?
Hey, I came to get you. Monica wanted to talk to you.
What about?
She didn't say. Come on, she's waiting in the club room. I hold out my hand and help her up.
Thanks.
Hey, what's the bright idea butting in, you nerd? One of the girls grabs my shirt and pulls me back. Why are there so many bullies in the school? Who said you could interrupt our fun? Oh shit. That's Kawahashi. Yeah, she's worse than Tani-san was. Game over. Wow. I turn to her. My most sincere apologies, but this is really important and can't wait. You don't get to interrupt us. I'd leave him alone if I were you. Koze, what's she doing here? Your guess is as good as mine. The reformed bully attacks the current bully. Seriously, he's not someone you should be messing with. Since when did you start... Oh my god. Since when did you start defending this lowlife? Since Nanya... Nanya business. Ha! Like I need to listen to you.
Then listen to me.
Monica now? What's going on here? I don't know. Wow, I've never seen her this angry before.
Yuri's in my club, Kawahashi. You don't get to lay a hand on her without me doing something about it.
Okay. Not a facial expression I expected to see from Monica, but... Alright. I mean... Honestly, something about that is unsettling. Oh shit, I didn't think she could get that angry. Yeah. Remind me never to piss her off. Yuri's hiding behind me now. Looks like the three girls are about to fight. Well, time to do something I have no experience in. Diffusing a tense situation. Okay, everyone, enough of this. There's no need to escalate this any further. Let's just go our separate ways for today and cool our heads. Not a chance in hell. I mean, they're not as bad. And Kurnoff, goodbye to you. Hope to see you around in the future. But thanks for coming today. Appreciate it. Then it looks like it's my turn to be the more mature one here. Put a hand on Monica's and Kozue's shoulders. Ladies, let's just go, alright? Lunch is almost over. Yeah, run, bitches. Comfort the cutting freak. When we get back in, Yuri collapses.
Deep breaths, Yuri. Deep breaths.
Honestly, I can't believe I used to call those bitches my friends. I really am sorry. I'll understand if you don't want to don't forgive me for what I said to you all those times. Wow, she really has changed. Agreed, and for the better. We could become friends with her someday. And everyone gangs until Yuri becomes insane. We're trying to avoid getting that far, okay? Maybe. Yuri starts to cry. I hand her Meiji's handkerchief.
Thank you, Meiji. Monica. Tani-san. You're one of my precious club members. There's nothing I would do if it meant keeping you safe. That includes you too, Meiji.
You joined Asano's club? Just recently, yeah? Or are we gonna get potential new club members? In which case, oh god, that's gonna be more... I'm gonna have to remember voices. Didn't think a nerd like you liked literature. I mean, I'm sorry, force of habit. It's fine, you're still learning. Thanks for stepping in. Not sure I'd have gotten away from that without getting pretty hurt. Stay out of trouble, I'll let the teachers know you're gonna be late. She runs down the hall.
Who was that?
A classmate who I finally stood up to recently. Trying to avoid... Stabbing the background intensifies. Yeah. I turn to Yuri. Hey Yuri, can you stop stabbing everyone? Hey, can you stand? Do you need to rest in the nurse's office a bit?
No, I'll be fine. But why did you get involved? You could have gotten hurt.
For the same reason Monica did. I might not know you much, but you're a fellow club member. I won't let anyone hurt you in any way, to the best of my ability. Same applies to you, Monica. Damn, that is one beautiful smile. And I see that sweat drops. It's also a nervous smile. Well, let's get you both back to your classrooms before lunch ends.
What about you?
If I'm late, no one will bat an eye. Come on. We're trying to avoid getting to the under Yuri part, okay? We can save everyone here. So no stabby, no hanging out, no neck snappies. Just everyone getting along, okay? The two of us take Yuri back to her classroom. She's a little shaky, but she holds up well. When we reach the classroom, Yuri turns and bows to us in a formal manner.
Thank you, you two. Of course, Yuri.
See you at the club. After we leave, I turn to Monica. Monica, I can walk you back to your classroom too. I hope she's far enough away that we can talk a little bit.
You're just as sweet as I thought you'd be.
Yep, she's self-aware. Guess so. But how much does she know?
But my classroom is close by. Please be more careful next time.
I will.
Thank you.
She heads to her class. I go back to Meiji's class. Just seconds away from the bell ringing. I head over to my desk and see something unusual. Kozu is sitting in the seat behind me now. Wonder how she pulled that off. I sit down and begin getting the school books out. Just then I feel someone poking at my back. I turn around. It was Yuri, and it wasn't a poke, it was a stab. I'm going to stop trying to... How's your club member doing? Better? Good. That's all I get out of her for the entire school day. The day goes by. During class on Monday, I had looked over the syllabus and noticed that in the middle of each week there was an art class. Maggie told me that they would switch classrooms for this one class. Okay, class. Today's art class is going to be a bit different. Wait, it is? We're going to be joining class 3F since Yamada-sensei is out sick today. Huh? Meiji is brought out of whatever daydream he's having, and I can feel him paying attention. That's the 3A art teacher, right? Yeah?
Sensei, won't we take up too much space if we go in their classroom?
That's been taken care of. You're actually going to be using the art room in the old building today. Old building? This building is the newer one. Sakura Academy has an older building. Some of our clubs use them. Huh, an older building, eh? That's pretty interesting. I wonder why Monica wasn't able to get space in that building for the club. Everyone, grab your bags and head to the old building. You'll be meeting in room 2E. The students, myself included, grab our bags and head out. Alright. I follow the other students down the hall and down the stairs, heading out into the cool autumn afternoon. Soon we approach an older-style Japanese school building. I wonder how old it really is.
Shizu-san?
Mori comes up to me. Hello, Fujiwara-san?
I heard about what happened earlier at lunch. Are you doing okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
What happened exactly?
I quickly tell my side of the story.
I see. Is your friend doing alright?
A bit shaken up, I think. Can't believe she's being bullied. Memento Mori. I mean, yeah, I know. I know what that would be meaning, though.
I've seen her around and talked to her a few times. She's a real sweetheart. She doesn't deserve that kind of treatment.
Yuri? Oh, definitely. I doubt whether she's a hateful bone. I doubt what... Reading. I doubt whether there's a hateful bone in her body. At least in Arc 1. And at least in Act 1. The class heads up the stairs.
You've really changed in the past week. First you stand up to Tani, now to Kawahashi. I'm glad to see them being knocked off their high horses. Although I really doubt Kawahashi is gonna do any reflecting like Tani.
Mori looks back at CodeErr. I do the same. She's walking all alone. I don't think she wants to talk to anyone right now. Yeah, you're probably right. As we all file into the art room, I hear someone calling out in my direction. We meet again, good sir. Kotonoha walks up to me. Oh, her! Right, her. The one I was just doing a basic voice for because I didn't have any idea what voice to give her. I must go. Good night. Alright, good night to you, Rob. Thanks for sticking around this long. Hope to see you in the future. In my future streams. Bah.
I'm glad to see you're...
Honestly, there are so many female characters in here to voice. But I think she needs a proper voice, but I'm not sure what kind of voice.
I'm glad to see you're unharmed from your encounter earlier. That Kawahashi is quite a bitch.
Man, news travels fast. And that's an understatement. Of course news travel fast here, it's high school. Oh, duh, right.
Kotonoha, you know Chizu-san here? Oh, Mori! I didn't know you were in the same class as Meiji here.
Huh. They must be good friends to be using each other's first names. Guess so.
Yes, I am. How do you know him? I've seen him out of class recently. We passed on the street a couple times this week.
She looks over at me. I look in her eyes that seem to suggest I play along. Well, we didn't talk all that much, I'll admit, but we did find out we went to the same school.
Indeed. Well, that's quite a coincidence. Quite a coincidence indeed. By the way, Meiji, how's your friend doing? I heard Kawahashi roughed her up quite a bit.
Not too much, fortunately. I was able to get there in time. Same with Monica.
Asano? Why was she there?
She's the president of the club that Yuri and I attend.
You joined the club? When did this happen?
I joined recently, so Yuri convinced me to join.
Good old Sayo. She could sell sand at the beach.
The three of us laugh at this. I'm beginning to like these two girls. They're pretty unique and friendly. Calling the left one unique when she's clearly a fusion of Sayori and Monica. Alright class, final canvas. Today we're going to be practicing perspectives again. I find a canvas. Mori and Kotonoha take the two that are both next to me. The teacher places a box in the center of the room. Let's begin with that. Oh, a box, that's gonna be difficult. For those of you from 3A, I don't mind if you talk to each other as long as you do it quietly. Begin. We begin drawing. As we're doing our own pieces, Kotonoha leans over a bit.
What club are you a member of?
The literature club.
Oh, I didn't know we had one. Sounds quite intriguing.
It's relatively new.
How many members do you have?
Including me, 5. This week we are writing and exchanging poems.
Is your club doing anything for the festival next week?
You know, I'm not sure. Monica hasn't said anything.
What if what I've heard about Asano-san is true, she'll probably plan something great. I've no doubt.
Huh. This may be a good opportunity. I don't know much about Monica other than what the game said about her. I wonder what the rumor mill says about her. If there's any way rumors can spread faster than the internet, it's at high school. Japanese or American, it doesn't matter. High schoolers are gonna gossip. Haven't heard much about Monica. What do you two know about her? I actually don't remember her talking too much about herself last year. I repeat that to the other 2 girls.
Well, from what I've heard, she's always been in the top 10 academically.
I can believe that.
I also heard that her father is pretty wealthy. Nothing like my family, but still pretty well off. Lots of the guys in our school talk about her too, mostly disgusting stuff about how they find her sexy and what they do to her.
I shake my head, sighing. Yeah, I bet. I heard a couple of things too. She and I shared the same class last year. Nothing that I feel comfortable repeating here. I shudder a bit as I remember the things said about Monica. They were mostly about her thighs. Wait, really? Yeah, they really seem to want to have Monica. I don't think I want to know. Crush me with those thighs. Probably a good call. Okay.
I've always wanted to meet Asano-san. I have a feeling there's a lot more to her than meets the eye.
She's got that right. I should get to know Monica more soon myself.
How so? I'm not sure how to describe it, I just feel like she's too perfect. Not that I think she's a bad person per se.
From what I've heard about her from Sayori, she's pretty genuine.
I wouldn't mind meeting her too.
Okay. The game said she was popular, but I didn't realize she was a school idol. Maybe not idol, but she's pretty well known. She sounds like the kind of person who'd get along with everyone.
Oh, definitely. I can see that.
Pardon me, but could you 3 quiet down a bit? Other people are trying to draw. Oh, my bad, Sensei.
Sorry, Sensei. My apologies.
The 3 of us get back to work. The day goes by. School day over. Club time. I turn to say goodbye to Kozue, but she's already gone, having rushed out the door the moment the bell rang. Oh well. I look over at Mori. She's talking to her friends, but looks over briefly at me and waves. I wave back, grab my bag and head to the club. I enter the clubroom and see Monica at the computer typing something. Yuri's sitting at one of the desks and Natsuki's grabbing her manga from where I'd placed it before. Only Sayori's missing, wonder where she is. Good afternoon, everyone. Monica turns and stands to greet me.
Hi again, Meiji. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Damn, her smile's infectious. Wait, why did she use her lines from the original game? Is she actually unaware? Oh god, I hope not. My word is my bond, after all. Oh, Monica?
Yes?
How's Yuri doing?
She's still a bit shaken up, but I think her tea helped her calm down.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Mind if I go check on her?
Of course not. Go right ahead.
I head over to Yuri cautiously. She looks pretty relaxed right now. Must be some damn good tea. Yuri? Whoops, I may have startled her a bit. Oh, my bad, I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, hello, Meiji. No, you didn't startle me.
Oh, good.
I'd actually like to thank you for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Wait. But didn't I say something about my literature interests yesterday? Is this the script taking control? My thoughts are interrupted by Natsuki barging in on the conversation. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack? So you told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year? And last year too. I'm such a clubless bitch. I seriously resist the urge to smile at the unbidden reference. True, but I woke up a few days ago and had what you'd call an epiphany. From behind me I hear a startled but quiet gasp from Monika. Fortunately, neither Yuri nor Natsuki seem to hear it. An epiphany, you say? Interesting word choice here. No more Mr. Subtlety. Like you've been subtle at all. Yeah. I realized I didn't have much time left before graduation, and I wanted to spend some time enjoying myself and expanding my horizons a bit more. Well, good, because if you just planned on coming here to hang out or whatever, I would have been super pissed. You need to take us seriously or you won't see the end of it. I'll keep that in mind.
I'm surprised at you, Natsuki. You've got a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Seriously, why is she keeping to the script? Whoa. Are you dissing manga there, Madame President?
Oh, and what's your opinion, Meiji?
I chuckle. I happen to believe all forms of literature have something to offer. Whether it be books that are hundreds of years old or manga that was published last week. This answer seems to please both Yuri and Natsuki. Natsuki especially seems pleased by my answer. You're not half bad, newbie! Natsuki triumphantly returns to her desk. Monika returns to the teacher's desk, chuckling. We're doing good so far. The door then quickly slides open.
Has anyone seen... There you are, Meiji!
Sayori enters the club room panting heavily, like she'd been running.
I was going to show you where the club room was, but I guess you figured out where it was, where we were already.
I asked the teacher at lunch and checked out the club room for a few minutes.
Oh, okay. So, what were you guys talking about before I came in?
I take a half minute to bring her up to speed.
Don't worry, guys. Meiji always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He has moved busy on without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
Sayori and the others, I can kind of understand. Following the script a bit. Although that bit with Yuri is a bit concerning. But why Monika?
How dependable.
Sayori, for one, your room can get pretty messy.
Eh?
This may sound strange for me, of all people to say, but a cluttered room is the sign of a cluttered mind. Living like that can only encourage a more cluttered lifestyle, so I clean to help unclutter your mind and mine. And as for cooking, well, need I remind you of the incident?
No.
I was so scared when she somehow set water, of all things, on fire. Water in the fire! Why? Why? Water in the fire! Thinking back, I yelled at her a bit much. I didn't think I had to. Honestly, Sayori, I was scared something would happen to you, and I still am. So until you're better at cooking on your own, no cooking for you without adult supervision. Also, the way I reacted back then was a bit much, so I'm sorry.
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
She's my bestest friend. I rub her hair playfully. But that doesn't mean I can't become friends with you all. In fact, I'd consider it an honor if we could become friends.
You mean it?
I do mean it, and not just you, but Monika and Muramoto-san as well, who I know have been eavesdropping. Oh please, it's hard not to. Fair enough. I then turn to Monika, who has been listening in this whole time. So, Madame President.
Yes?
Is there anything you have planned today?
Nothing aside from poem sharing, but we can do that later.
Heh. Oh great, the tension is killing me. I am not trying to be subtle, Monika, please just give me a sign. A clear sign. I sit in a desk close to Monika, I then pull out the two books, next volume of Farfagles and Portrait of Markov. I start with Portrait of Markov. The plot continues to develop from the chapter I left off with. Fujiko made her way home and asked her new sister about what the third eye was. Masaya looked a bit uncomfortable, and Fujiko was about to tell Masaya to forget it, but Masaya explained. Apparently the third eye was a town myth about an experiment done on locals by the government during World War II. The abandoned facility where human experimentation on PWOs was located in the mountains near Yuna. The rumor went that the experiments were meant to bring out some sort of psychic power the researchers believed existed in humans, called the third eye. But what that meant varied from person to person in the town. Some even claimed that after Japan surrendered, the researchers didn't shut down the facility and were still there, looking for what they believed was the perfect sacrifice. With that information, Fujiko, ever the curious but self-conscious teen, especially over her developing body, decided to visit the town's library and do some research. The computer was down for repairs, but she was a very good researcher. She found a stack of books detailing local legends and began taking notes and comparing. When the chapter ends, Fujiko's going out with her new family for a welcome dinner. I find it hard to put it down. Next I pick up Parfait Girls! The plot only gets more interesting as I continue. Such a dramatic change in atmosphere. The first club meeting of the new cooking club started the very next day. Minori had taken on the role of club president by this volume. The first scene was her sitting in the room, trying to plan out club activities for the cooking club. One of the panels showed her room as covered with pieces of crumpled up paper. She looked like she was about to cry, but then an idea struck her. She quickly wrote it down. She texted the other club members and announced they would be doing a taste competition. She had two suggestions: either make the dishes at the club or make them at home and bring them in the following day. Let me guess the second one. When everyone agreed to make them at the club, she told them to bring any ingredients they might need in case the school didn't provide any. They all showed up with the ingredients for their own cupcakes. Of course.
What's so funny?
The irony of this. I hold up the manga. The first challenge is cupcake making and they have to share with each other. Reminds me of our poem sharing.
Speaking of which, I think it's time to share poems. You did remember to write a poem, right?
Damn right I did. I will admit this is an older one. I wanted to get your opinion on my older work before I tried something new.
That's alright, I look forward to seeing it.
Monika begins calling out to the club members. But I hold up my hand. Allow me. Sorry. Wait, what? Is that a Markiplier reference in my DDLC mod? What? And Heyman, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming. Okay, everyone, shut your traps. Ding dong, bing bong. Time to read your poems. Here, Monika doth decree that it's time. I point to an imaginary watch on my wrist. Monika bursts out laughing. Yes. Appreciate the Markiplier reference. What the hell was that? Just alerting you all.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait! I watch as Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Just like in the game, Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Monika pulls out a very familiar composition notebook. I can already see Monika's handwriting from where I sit. It really is quite good. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bags. Moment of truth. Here we go, wish me luck. You'll be fine, dude. Thanks. I nervously approach Monika. Hey there, Monika.
Hi, Meiji. Having a good time so far?
I am. For the most part. It's nice to have a dedicated space to read without much interruption.
For the most part?
Yeah, the only thing I'm uncertain about, I lean in close so she does the same thing, looking curiously at me. I lower my voice so only she can hear me. Is whether or not I can trust you yet. Monika moves back, looking at me intently. Her suspicions must be confirmed.
So it really is you then, not Meiji?
And here I thought I was being obvious. I slide my poem towards her. I'm not known for my subtlety. I'm the player. Also, Meiji is just as much here as I am.
Wait, he is?
We'll discuss it later. Are you free after the club meeting is over?
I am.
Good. Come by Meiji's place later tonight and we can talk. Just be careful, I don't want Sayori seeing.
Alright then.
She takes my poem and begins reading it. Through his eyes. To remember how she had been was both a blessing and a curse to him. As she had been the glass that swarmed around his flesh and liquid state. His fresh and liquid state. I can't even talk. The sidewalks flooded with mobs of busy men about their day, ignoring others, eyes all downcast as they float over smooth grey stone. Among the empty-minded fold, the men did stroll, small pack in hand. A lifeless grey building would mark the terminus of his journey. He clambered into his small car, and soon he joined the slithering swarm of vibrant steel as they all crawled towards the quickly setting sun. The sun had gone behind the clouds the moment he escaped the metal prison which had held him for eternity, or so it seemed. And so he found himself aloft, a branch which looked over a glade, the putrid smell of smog and smoke cleansed by a petal rose breeze. As he stared out among the green imagination overlaid, the empty fields of golden hue replaced with men of iron and steel. He fancied sounds of battle and imagined storms that filled the sky. The sounds of dying men which cloaked the whispers of the nearby brook. His hands are lit beside his ears and eyes in an attempt to bind the vicious sight and sounds which invaded his evening dreams. The gesture was in vain, and he cried out. As out the branch he slipped and fell, impacting hard the saturated earth beside the tree. The nightmare ended, and he lay, his heavy breathing all he heard. As he sat up, a silence fell among the scattered trees and ferns. An image fell into his lap, a woman, fair and slim, and smiles. A woman worth a million words, never again to be expressed. As he stood and cleaned himself off, a silent tear escaped his eye, and lit upon the grassy glade, a testament to lovers past.
This is long.
Sorry about that.
That's okay, more for me to enjoy.
Good. Take a look at Monica's poem. Break in the Wall, okay? Slightly different title from what I'm used to. The one that was looking in. Could he be here? I hit the wall, hoping to see what lies beyond. But what if instead of them receiving me, I received them? In my own home, my own room? Will they hate me? Will they even so much as befriend a sideline girl like me? No, I will not falter. I will not hesitate. I will achieve happiness. They are no longer looking in, but are here now. I will find them. I'll catch up to them, and I will say, hello, I'm here. Please see me. What the? This poem. It isn't the poem I remember. Code, are you okay? No, I'm not okay. How could I be? Damn it. I almost dropped the poem in shock. I think I know how much she knows now. She's pre-Act 3, Monica. This isn't gonna be easy. I read and reread her poem multiple times, then close the book and clasp my hands, looking as calm as I can. Monica's rereading my poem, mouthing the words. It's like she's savoring them. When she finished, she puts the poem down.
That was a sad story.
She wipes her eyes.
I'm sorry, I was just expecting this kind of... wasn't expecting this kind of poem from you. And that's not an insult, I mean I wasn't expecting a story-based poem.
I understand. I wanted a poem that appealed in some small way to everyone, including you.
Yes, this is definitely something I really like. Can I keep this?
Hard to believe someone so beautiful and cute causes so much pain. After I'm done showing it to the others, yes.
Right, of course. What do you think of mine?
I really enjoyed it. And don't go telling me about freeform style because I've heard it before. Wow, she was never this nervous in the game. But in all honesty, it's so sad when you know exactly what it means. I lean in closer again. Monica, you've no idea how much I want to trust you, but I'm still wary of you.
Tonight, please tell me what I did and how to get your forgiveness and trust.
She grabs my arm and grips it tightly. I smile sadly. You know as well as I do that a simple I'm sorry won't be enough. Actions speak louder than words, but hopefully tonight I can help dispel some of your fears and worries, alright?
I've never looked forward to something as much in my life.
I don't doubt it. How... Now, could you let go of my arm? You're going to make me lose circulation there.
Sorry about that.
No problem. See you later, Monica.
Later, Meiji.
Doki doki. Monica grabs her poem and heads off. Sayori next. Sayori next. I head over to where Sayori's just finished showing her poem to Natsuki.
Hey, Meiji.
Hey, Sayori. Ready to see my poem?
Yep.
I slide my poem over to her and then take a look at hers. Dear sunshine, the way glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead, blah blah blah. I'm not mad, I want breakfast. Yeah, it's the same one we know. Is this the same poem from the game? Yeah. But why is it the same? She definitely wrote this poem in the morning, no wonder she was so rushed. Yeah. Sayori's also tearing up at my poem. When she's done, she puts it down.
This poem, it's unlike you to write something so sad.
Is it that bad?
No, not at all. I just wasn't expecting this. It's good.
Shame it isn't my poem. We'll write 2 poems tonight. You sure? I'm sure. Scratch the back of my neck. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yep. What do you think of mine?
I grin. Okay. I gotta ask. Did you write this poem this morning?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Good old Sayori. No wonder you were in a rush. Well, this is a good poem, but it's a bit sad too.
Eh?
I mean, especially the line about not waking up. If you slept forever, I'd never see you.
But wouldn't you be happier?
Whoa, way too direct. No, of course not. You might not realize this, but one of the reasons I get up in the morning is because I know I'll get to see you. Even if lately it's been from a distance. Like I said, you're my bestest friend in the whole wide world. If you were sleeping forever, the world would be a lot grayer. No one could replace you. Trust me. Just like you say in the poem.
I trust you.
Good. Keep up the good work. Your poem today was great.
Thanks, Meiji. But be ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
I look forward to it. That last line is so you.
I made sunny side up eggs and toast.
Were they good?
Yep.
Good. Can I have my poem back now?
Sorry.
We exchange poems again. She gets hers back, I get mine.
Thanks, Meiji.
Anytime. I look over and see Yuri a little ways off, looking at me nervously, her poem held up to cover her face. I approach her next.
Hi, Meiji.
Hey Yuri, I forgot to ask earlier, but are you doing better?
A bit, yeah. Thank you for helping me.
Like I said, you're a fellow club member. I won't stand to have my club members and my friends being harassed. So, are you ready to share poems?
It's embarrassing, but yes.
Take a poem and look it over, reading it for Meiji's sake. Same poem, we know this poem. Yuri's looking over my poem.
This is amazing.
It is?
Did I just say that out loud?
Yes, and thank you. Your poem's amazing too. Although for mine, I will admit that I wrote this a while ago for fun and just tightened it up for today.
He's going to hate me.
Yuri? Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and a minute to collect her thoughts.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have, if you don't mind my asking?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've written a few poems in the past, but that was just for fun. Total lie, I've written a lot more, but I'm still playing Meiji, so I've got to make it sound believable for Mr. Bland. That's the first time I've ever shown anyone my poems, so it's a bit embarrassing. But I'm looking forward to the feedback. Hiro puts the poem down.
Well, first of all, the story you weave into the poem is exceptional. Your use of unusual words to describe mundane things is pretty impressive. Like here,
She points to the second stanza.
flooded and flowed. Those words aren't usually associated with crowds, and it makes them stand out.
That was my intention.
Also, it's fitting that the crowd is described as mindless when he's one of them. Someone in mourning would definitely feel and act mindless. Although I have to ask, where was the scene with the soldiers in it?
Haha, well, that was probably because I wanted to include some fantasy elements. I didn't want there to be a reason he fell off the tree. Maybe he could have just slipped, but in that case, the conflict in his mind wouldn't have been brought out. I frown and consider.
I didn't mean anything by it.
Hey, keep going, this is helping.
Well,
Yuri takes another deep breath.
I really enjoy the use of the word slithering. It's a remarkable way to describe traffic.
I think so too.
You say you wrote this years ago?
Yeah, I found it last night and dug it out and polished it for today.
I look forward to seeing what else you write.
Thanks, what else can you tell me?
Well, it's such a long poem, and I'm sure Natsuki would like to give you her thoughts too. What did you think about my poem? I am sorry if my handwriting is bad. I noticed you took your time reading it.
Are you kidding? Your writing is phenomenal. I wanted to enjoy the poem too.
Oh, I see.
As for your poem, well, I have to say, your use of symbolism is quite layered. It seems to me, though, that this person in the poem is describing the fear of change using quite the impressive metaphors. The world around them is constantly hurtling towards the future, which they describe as sickening. Green, blue light isn't something normally seen as sickening, so the dichotomy is perfect. Amber is a warm, comforting color, by contrast to the modern lights you're referring to. Dude, slow down, you're breaking her. I went on a tangent, didn't I?
You're fine. It's just, you're pretty perceptive.
I'll take that as a compliment coming from the smartest one in the room. I'm really looking forward to your next poem.
Me too.
Trust me, this time I'm going to write one from scratch. I hope I haven't gotten rusty. Talk to you soon. Looking over my shoulder, I see Natsuki tapping her foot impatiently. I walk over to her. Took you long enough? I was saving the best for last. I hand her my poem. Tell me what you think. Fine. Only because Monica will probably force me if I don't. She snatches my poem out of my hand, then nervously hands me hers. I read over her poem. The Eagles Can Fly poem. A classic. I read a few more times, slowly decoding the message. Natsuki's taking the time to read my poem. Seriously? You wrote a freaking novel here? It's an older poem of mine. I didn't have much time yesterday to write a fresh one, but I will tonight. Well, at least the story's easy to follow. She continues reading the poem, her frown slowly vanishing. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, you're gonna say it's too long. Well, you're not gonna say anything, but you could say it's too long because you were complaining about it. She likes this poem, but it's long and cumbersome, isn't it? Natsuki rereads my poem slowly, mouthing the words. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Ah, come on, I want your opinion, that's why we're sharing. You... Well, I would be a lot more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem that made me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. Of course I don't understand, you're not being clear with me. I'll be honest, I tend to be pretty oblivious at times. Something I'm trying to change. I just want your honest opinion, is that wrong? Ha! She looks away, I sigh, but smile. Well, at any rate, your poem may be short, but it's pretty damn direct. I like how you use a semi-rhyme scheme here to emphasize your point, only for the last line to fall flat. symbolizing how, even though we can try, we don't always succeed. The interruption of the rhyme scheme perfectly encapsulates that feeling. Jeez, did you swallow a freaking thesaurus? Or are you just trying to show off? Neither, I'm just stating my opinion. Well, at least you get it. Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. Well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a simpler style. Sure, you can have sophistication and make intellectuals think. Hell, some people enjoy that. But poetry doesn't just have to tell a story, it can have a message. This poem's message is one that's easy to comprehend and hits you hard. Very hard. I mean, damn. Exactly! Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about that. You really feel that way? Muramoto-san, you're incredibly talented. I'm sure you know this, but there's no point in comparing yourself to others. If someone's good at, say, piano, and you're not, that's fine. You're probably better at baking than anyone in the entire school anyway. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I learned a lot today. I hand her a poem back. She gives me mine. Well, that's everyone. And watches Natsuki goes over to Yuri. Monika and Sayori are just finishing the poetry exchange and are putting their poems away. Head over to them. Hey, you two.
Hello again, Meiji. Hi!
All done over here?
Yep, we just finished showing each other our poems.
Sweet. Hey, Code? Yeah. Think you could ask how these two met? After what you told me about Monika, I'm a bit concerned. Huh, fair point. Wasn't ever mentioned in the game, but it was implied that Monika and Sayori were best friends at some point. Found myself wondering how they became best friends too. Hey, got a question for you two.
Yes?
How did you meet?
Ooh, let me tell it! Sure thing, Sayori. We actually met a month ago. I was getting a book for class and saw Monika sitting at a desk. I was in the library after school about a month ago. Akimoto-sensei wanted a book for the class the day after, but she had no time to get it, so I volunteered. Where's that book? Sensei said it was somewhere.
I
was looking around, and I saw Monika sitting at the librarian's desk. I volunteered to do it that day.
Really? How come?
You'll see.
Now I'm doing wrong voice.
You'll see. Go ahead, Sayori. Right. I thought maybe she might know, since she was at the desk. Excuse me? Yes? Can you help me? I'm looking for a book. Oh? What book? Records of Ancient Matters. Akimoto-sensei forgot to grab it before class, so she asked someone to get it for her for the next class. I see. Well, let's go find it. I think it's over here.
Monika found it in I'm sorry, I'm not used to reading thoughts of different characters.
Monika found it in record time since she's so smart. I'm not as smart as you think, Sayori. I just know how the library works. You are smart, though.
No argument from me.
Thanks. Monika found it for me pretty fast. Yep, here it is. Oh, thanks a lot. Of course. Hey, are you okay? Sorry? Well, you seemed sad when I came in. Is everything alright? I did? Well, it's nothing too important. I'm just thinking about starting a new literature club, and I was looking for books. That's why I volunteered for librarian duty today. Ooh, a literature club? That sounds fun! Really? You think so? Yeah! Sounds like it'd be a fun experience! I'm Fujioka Sayori from class 3B, by the way. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Fujioka-san. I'm Asano Monika from class 3D. Ooh! You're Asano-san? You're Asano-san? Yes, that's me. Don't believe the rumors. Oh, don't worry. I don't listen to rumors. Rumors are dumb. Agreed. Actually, I think I've heard about you too. You have? Yep. I could use a vice president who's as good with people as you are. Do you wanna join me? Really? Me? Why though? I heard about how you diffused the situation between those two girls in the hall the other day. That was nothing. No, it really wasn't. I don't think I'd been able to stop them, and I used to be in the debate club. Used to? Yeah, I quit. The politics in the club was tearing the club apart. I want to make something that I enjoy and that others can too. I see. I'd love to be your vice president. Oh, and you can call me Sayori. That's what my friends call me. Well, in that case, you can call me Monica. Now then, let's see about forming that club. Yay, let's go! And then, we'll have to find out how to register our club.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. How do you get Natsuki and Yuri to join the club? Thank you! I was wondering when the argument was gonna start.
Maybe you're just jealous that Meiji appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Oh shit, the fight, I completely forgot about it. I look over at the two girls who have by now stood up and are now facing each other. That doesn't sound good, I'm gonna try and stop it.
Be careful.
I will. Stand and walk over to the girls. Both are standing and glaring at each other. Before I can get a word in, Natsuki shouts at Yuri. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No, that's not true at all.
What the hell? That wasn't in the game. Well, it was, but Yuri wasn't upset. She was supposed to be nervous, defensive.
If I was deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy, like you.
Oh my god, she looks pissed. What the hell's going on here? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as the newbie started showing up. She definitely acts a little bit different. Also, I have to read this.
My boobs have nothing to do with this.
Suddenly both girls turn towards me. What's going on over here?
Meiji, she's trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? I mean, you should just out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, newbie.
Wait.
And just cursed? Why is my waifu blonde? Ah, yes. The most important question to ask. Because this mod changed some stuff to make it more quote-unquote realistic. Meaning realistic hair and eye colors for those characters who didn't have them. Meaning that, yes, she's blonde now. And our main character pointed it out. Huh, Natsuki's a blonde apparently this time around. But yeah, in case you weren't here. Which you weren't. But our main character knows. So basically, our main character is a person who one day went to sleep, woke up in the body of the main character of the DLC, and is now sharing a body with the main character. And we have control, so basically we just took over someone else's body and are now living their life for them. And that person who we took over just happens to be the main character of this game, which we have played before. And with we, I mean the character of us. Yeah.
Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Meiji?
I bring my fist up and slam it onto the desk, startling everyone. Enough! I look at them both. What the hell's wrong with you two? She started it? That's not the point. You should have been the more mature one instead of acting like a child. Sayori no hangy time? Hopefully not. We're trying our best. Because our main character here knows what's gonna happen in the game, he's been trying his best to avoid that outcome. Basically, we already bought, what was it, Portrait of Markov, and we bought Parfait Girls ahead of time before even going to the club, so we could get a head start on reading both of them. We also hung out with Sayori on the Sunday before the week officially started, so we already reconnected with her before she invited us into the club. And we've been passively probing Monica this entire time, like dropping a lot of hints about us being aware of what's going on. And she's also been dropping quite a few hints. And actually, in this very club meeting we're currently in, we finally came out and talked to her directly. So yeah. Natsuki route possible. So far, this game hasn't given me any choice. I think we're just trying to get closer to everyone in this case. I think we're just trying to get close to everyone here, equally. Then again, Meiji, who is actually the person whose body we're currently in, and he's conscious, he just has no control over his body, but we can still talk to him in our mind. And he's like, dude, you have control over my body, what's wrong? So no root? Apparently not. But yeah, he's, so far has only been crushing on Sayori. Which is understandable because we started hanging out with her ahead of everyone else. And yeah. So if I had to say which characters are most likely, it'd be either Sayori or Monica currently. If we had to choose one. But other than that, most likely everyone equally. Maybe it's a harem ending, who knows? Who knows? I think so too. Honestly, Yuri's hair color, I think suits her. It suits her. It's still a little bit off considering that's not what I don't know her with that hair color from before. But I still think black hair suits her. But something about Natsuki is just off to me. And yeah, I am even now, even after I've already had a full stream, a stream and a half of this, I still am not sure how to feel about Natsuki's hair. But it definitely is a more natural hair color. Yuri's hair color makes sense. Yeah, I think so too. That's why her hair color isn't bothering me. Monika's hair color didn't change at all. And so Yuri's hair color changed a little bit. It's a different shade of brown now. We'll probably see her in a moment, so let's just keep going for now. And then we can comment on that. Monika?
Yes?
Monika looks shocked. And Sayori Sayori's staring at this exchange. Jaw dropped. You were in the debate club last year. Ever heard of an ad hominem attack?
It's a debate strategy where the person is attacked in the debate instead of the idea.
I mean, something about it feels off, and I mean, it's not that the hair color doesn't make any sense, it's just, it's so different from what I'm used to. The moment you two began attacking each other's personality, your argument became petty and childish. Honestly, you're both high schoolers, you should be better than this. Yui looks away, almost like she's about to cry, and Natsuki is looking in the opposite direction, face red with an unreadable emotion. Damn, I feel bad now. I breathe in a bit. Hey, guys, I'm sorry for blowing up. That wasn't my intention. But please understand, both styles are equally as valid. Besides, I like both of your poems. Muramoto-san, yours might have been simpler, but I really felt the message of helplessness behind it. It was really impactful. And Yuri. Also, by the way, if you're wondering about the name we just said, Natsuki's the only one who's not okay with us calling her by her first name. We're calling everyone by their first name, except for Natsuki. We're calling Natsuki by her family name. So that's why we're addressing her differently. Because she hasn't given us an okay to call her to address her on a first name basis yet. And Yuri, yours was so layered and can be interpreted in many different ways for many different readers. Very effective strategy. Tell you what, why don't you both try and think of at least one thing you liked about the poems? Yuri, tell me one thing you liked about Muramoto-san's poem. The tsundere is still of course she's still a tsundere. Also, that's the reason why that's probably different is because, again, the world is built up to be a little bit more grounded in reality than it would normally, than the original game was. And since it's taking place in Japan, calling each other by their last name is just commonplace, and you only call others by first name once you get to know them, and it's mutually accepted that, yeah, no, we're going by a first name basis now because we're close. So, in the beginning, we called everyone by their last name in this mod. So that was ever so slightly different.
The way the rhyme scheme drops at the end is really impactful.
Muramoto-san, one thing you liked about Yuri's poem. The sadness I felt when I read about the Amber Light, it was effective. There. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'm guessing you two are polar opposites when it comes to poetry and writing in general. But just because your styles are different doesn't mean that you can go attacking each other personally. Friends respect each other's differences, be honest. Didn't you at least learn one thing from each other today? Constructive, I mean. A few silent seconds pass, then Yuri slowly nods her head, Natsuki sighs and nods as well. Good. Take a deep breath and look down. And, speaking of honesty, there we go, there they are. Another moment of truth. Me and I call my classmate by their last name more... Oh, what you got used to. Alright, that's understandable. That is very understandable. There you see. For Sayori, I think the difference isn't too bad as well. It's just, out of all of them, Natsuki is the one that's throwing me off the most. Also, apparently we're gonna admit some stuff now. Are we actually telling them? I mean, we promised the main character, by the way, main character's name is Meiji. We promised Meiji that we would tell everyone that we're a random person who just took over his body. We promised him that we do it after sharing poems. And I'm guessing now's the time. Ooh, boy, let's see where this goes. I mean, Monica already knows. But I'm curious what the others are gonna think. I move so I can face everyone as best as I can. I think, what did we say? We wanted to tell them that I'm just some random personality that came into existence, so that Meiji has some kind of split personality going. I think that's how we're trying to explain it to them. If I remember correctly what we discussed before. Out the corner of my eye, I can see Monica subtly shaking her head pleadingly. I haven't been honest with everyone here. This is going to sound insane, but I'm not Meiji. The silence is palpable. Natsuki and Yuri's guilt-ridden faces look now more confused. Sayori's tilting her head in even more confusion, but it's Monica who stands out. She's looking to the side sadly. My heart is beating faster than a jackhammer.
Meiji, is this one of your Chunibyo games again?
No, Sayori, I'm serious here. I turn to Yuri.
What do you know of dissociative identity disorder? Wait, you're another personality?
That's as good an explanation as any.
What is it, Yuri? It's more commonly known as multiple personality disorder. It's caused when someone undergoes a traumatic event in their life. Their thoughts get so disjointed that they literally dissociate themselves from the traumatic and stressful situation. Sometimes this can manifest in the appearance of a new personality.
That's the closest thing to an example I can come up with for what's happening to me and Meiji right now. If we went to a doctor, I'm sure they'd instead be calling this the Meiji disorder. The name of the person currently in charge of Meiji's body now isn't him, it's actually a personality called CodeErr, aka me.
Where's Meiji now then?
He's still here. I can hear him whenever he speaks to me. We've had decent conversations for the past few days. I look over at Sayori, my expression as placid, but also as serious as I can make it. Sayori, listen, that Sunday, it was me who was in control, not Meiji. But before you say anything, he was helping me the entire way. Told me about that cafe we went to, showed me the way to the park, he helped me when we were racing in those games at the arcade. I'll understand if you hate me now, but I couldn't keep lying anymore. Hold on, you're serious? So all this time, we've not been talking to Meiji, but some alternate personality? Yeah, that's pretty much the explanation. I've got memories of a past life before ending up here.
Meiji, please tell me you're lying. It's a joke, right?
Oh god, this hurts to see her like this, but I can't back down. Just tell her I was kidding. Please, I can't stand to see her like this. I feel Meiji struggling to take control harder than ever before. Me neither, but it needs to come out. I look at Sayori again. I'm sorry, Sayori, but it's the truth. But don't worry, Meiji is still here.
If what you're saying is true, why didn't you say anything?
I sigh and look down at the desk. I was scared and felt so out of place. When I woke in a strange house, I was sure I'd been kidnapped, but after Meiji's consciousness woke up, we soon figured out what was going on.
Why did you take me out on that Sunday then?
Ah, yes. I got a glimpse of Meiji's memories and saw how he regretted distancing himself from you. So I decided to try and help him. It was the least I could do. We both want to try and let Meiji take control again, but we haven't had the time. Please, I know this sounds bizarre, but it's more than bizarre, it's insane. You expect us to believe that you're not Sayori's childhood friend that she's been boasting about for weeks, just like that? And to top it off, you're making Sayori cry. If it was a joke, I'd have been able to forgive you, but making Sayori cry, inexcusable? Ow, that hurt. You're a monster. I am not surprised Natsuki's pissed. Hold my hand to my cheek. I know. And if you don't want me in the club anymore, I'll be more than willing to leave the club. Hell, I'll even ask to be transferred to a new school.
Transfer?
Yes, transfer. Head over to grab Meiji's bag.
Wait, can I talk to you in private?
Monika, you believe this bastard?
We'll be back.
She takes my hand and moves me out into the hallway. Next, she pulls me to a nearby empty classroom. Oh god, she's got the hentai protagonist face going on now. Monika, I'm not sure I'm ready right now. Please, can we do this another time? At least be gentle. Her grip is like a vice. She grabs the lapels of my blazer and throws me against the wall, pinning me there. Oh, she's pinning me against the wall too. Okay, Monika, okay. Okay. I see how it is. Let's just get it over with.
What the hell are you doing? Are you insane?
I had to tell them. I take a deep breath. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout. It's just... It would have been one thing if Meiji wasn't in here anymore. But he's literally thrashing about right now, trying to take back control and tell the others it was a joke. I can't lie to them like that. Damn it, those tears. My stomach falls. I can't bear seeing her like this either. Can't bear seeing any one of those girls like this, but especially her. Hey, Monika,
Were you planning on telling them about me? Were you gonna tell them about us?
Monika! I hug Monika close. She clings to me as if she won't ever get another chance. Right now, there is no us. Not a romantic us anyway. I told you we'd discuss that later, didn't I?
You didn't tell me you were planning this.
Because I knew you'd try to stop me and I couldn't have that. They need to know about me, if just partially. Monika hits my chest softly.
Damn it, you're reckless.
It's one of my bad traits. Saying that to all of them was the hardest thing I've ever done. And that's including standing up to Tani and the people bullying Yuri earlier. She clings to me in silence for a while.
Code, I'm scared.
I am too, and so is Meiji. Of course I am, dumbass! Thanks for your input, Meiji, I appreciate it. You just called me a dumbass.
He's not wrong.
True. Monika, from the bottom of my heart, I am really sorry.
Actions do speak louder than words.
Clever using my own words against me. You're right. I'll try and be less impulsive.
You'd better.
Dude, I thought I was terrible with girls, but you've gotten everyone in that club to hate you in seconds. I'll lift Monika's chin so she's facing me. That doesn't sound like that confident club president I remember from the game.
Cut it out. You and I both know my confidence is a facade. Don't sugarcoat it for me. I know how you feel about me.
I doubt you do, Monika. Despite how I've come across, I do care deeply for you. You and the other girls, but you especially.
Fine, then why don't you trust me?
I look out the window sadly and sigh. All I know about you I learned only from the game, and it's not pretty. I really do want to put all my trust in you, but there are things you need to know first. Tonight I'll answer as many questions as I can.
Thank you. But we have to get back and calm everyone down. Natsuki's still pissed, I'm sure. Sayori's broken and I don't know about Yuri.
Yeah, we should, thank you. We head out and back into the club room. As we approach, I hear raised voices.
I do believe him, Natsuki. I don't see any reason why he would make up a story like that.
He made Sayori cry. Next time I see him, I'm gonna punch him straight to the moon. Wow, she sounds pissed.
Natsuki.
Whoa. This is a side to Yuri I haven't seen. Like earlier. Better keep an eye on that.
Now's not the time for that. Why would Meiji lie about this? He doesn't sound like the kind of guy who would go out of his way to hurt Sayori like that. At least from what Sayori's told us.
It's not that I don't get what you're saying, but... Monica enters.
If you're that concerned, why aren't you comforting Sayori?
I walk in behind her and close the door. Sayori's eyes are full of tears. Oh god, my eyes start to water. Can't help it, Meiji is emotional about this and so am I. Yuri and Natsuki are standing and facing each other. Natsuki's face is red with rage and Yuri's looking back with a serious expression. Monica goes to console Sayori. The latter two and me and silence fills the room. Yuri's the first to speak.
How son was it?
I nod somberly. You can call me Code if you want.
Well, is there anything you need?
You're helping this jackass? Advice. I need advice. I sit down, Yuri sits next to me. How the hell do I let Meiji take control back? Even if for a brief time.
Well, let's see. There are a few methods used to treat dissociative personality disorder. Hypnotherapy, talk therapy, psychotherapy and so on, but your situation doesn't sound quite the same.
No, it's like my soul has been torn from my body and jammed into this one. And I want to know if we can switch. Why not just let Meiji take control permanently? After all, it's his body. Because I don't want to die, I'm scared of death. I hug myself a bit. Suddenly, I feel a pair of slender hands on my shoulder.
Meiji, no, Code.
I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have lied to you. She wraps her arms around me.
It's alright, Code. And Meiji, if you can hear me, you're Meiji's friend now, right? His friends are my friends. I know you were scared.
That doesn't make what I did right, though.
I don't hate you, though. I could never hate Meiji or his friends.
She hugs me close, I smile sadly. Natsuki chooses that moment to interrupt. Oh, please! Now he's acting all sad and stuff? You're all insane.
Natsuki.
Oh, she looks extremely pissed again.
I can't believe how childish you're acting about this. And especially after Code chewed you out.
Natsuki looks away and begins to cry. It's not that! I just don't like it when people make Sayori cry. I've destroyed something precious here, haven't I? Dude, just tell them you are lying! No, there's no going back now, there's no going back. We're not telling them that. It's too late! Even if we did, do you think any of them would forgive us? Meiji makes another effort to take control. Please. I sigh and stand.
Code.
This wasn't what I wanted, and it's certainly not what Meiji wanted. Right now he's trying desperately to take control and tell you all that he was joking. I look at them, a new determination flows through me. Meiji senses it and stops. But I'm not going to give up. I did say earlier, it would be easier to just leave. But that's the coward's way out. I'm going to work hard and make this deception up to you all. Also, don't hold any of this against Meiji, none of this was his fault. I bow low. Actions speak louder than words, and I will make it up to you all. Stand up, you idiot! This isn't some period movie. Smile a bit and stand. I know, and please believe me when I say I didn't want to make Sayori cry. Meiji cares for her, and now I do too. Fine! Natsuki storms off. Monica looks at me proudly.
Okay, everyone, I have an announcement. We've just gotten a new member. Please welcome CodeErr. I hope you'll treat him as well as you did when we thought he was Meiji. It's nice to officially meet you, Code.
Same to you, Yuri, and thank you for being so accepting of me even after I lied. I'll be working hard to let Meiji through so you can meet him too. He's a pretty cool guy, even if he isn't as into literature as I am. Unless you like Muramoto-san and think manga is literature. In that case, he's a literature god.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey, manga is literature! I know! Don't worry, Yuri. I know a bit more about literature than he does.
I look forward to hearing your opinion on Portrait of Markov when you finish.
Good, because I want to hear about yours.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. Aside from this unusual turn, how did everyone enjoy poem sharing?
It was pretty fun!
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was meh. I found it pretty enlightening. I enjoyed getting feedback. Oh, and I should say that if we're doing this again, I'll be bringing 2 poems. One by me and one by Meiji.
How will that work?
He'll tell me what he wants to write and I'll write it. StreamCode didn't do this thing. I figured as much. I want to figure something out. I mean, I've seen other Discord servers use StreamCode without any problem. I don't know why it's being difficult for me. But something about it just doesn't like me specifically, apparently. But welcome to the stream, Debbie. Glad to see you made it. Even if it is 2 hours in again, you know. I'll try my best. Maybe next time I'll just send it manually. I'll try to go to the website, see if it brought up any error messages this time. If not, then I really don't know. Only briefly here, because I've got to do last minute revision before tomorrow's exam. That's understandable, alright, you do that. This is an interesting mod? It is, I think so too. Honestly, since I think you missed the previous stream, you can just check up the archive of it here on Twitch, because it's not uploaded to YouTube yet. So yeah, if you want to catch up on everything that happened, feel free to just check out the archive. Or you can play it yourself. Here's a thought. After all, it's free. So yeah, this mod, by the way, I'm gonna mention it again, it's called World of Dreams. So yeah, this is the DLC World of Dreams, in case you are curious about playing it yourself. I don't think I do. Just cursed. I've had a bunch of... I've had multiple just Monicas in this stream, I think. But I don't think I know you. So... yeah. Unless you are one of them and you changed your name. Oh, Natsuki! That's... I think I remember you. I think I do. Then again, I also had multiple Natskis in the stream before. X-Natsuki 1. I think I remember you. But it's been a while, hasn't it, in that case? So, yeah, but in any case, welcome back to the channel. I mean, it's been a while since I've played DDLC after all, and I'm guessing by your username that DDLC is your main interest when it came to what this channel has to offer. Which I understand, because DDLC is a great game and the mods are really nice. Yeah, blue skies. Honestly, again, I'll say it again, I will play more DDLC mods in the future. But I still don't think I'm gonna jump from DDLC mod into DDLC mod like that. I'll always throw in something else in between, so... even if it's just a short thing. Who knows? Maybe after I'm done with this, I'll just do a one-off stream and jump back into another DDLC mod. I'll wait and see. It also depends on what people want to see, of course. But I have it on pretty decent, on pretty good account that most people enjoy watching DDLC. So I'll definitely keep playing more mods of this in the future as well. And how do we know you'll write what he says? You could easily write something and say it was Meiji's. Like DDLC a lot. Main interest is Osu. Ah, yeah. I mean, I am not the best rhythm gamer. I think the only real rhythm game actually, no, two. I played 2 rhythm games. One of them was a rhythm-based bullet hell game, so you can't even call it your basic run-of-the-mill rhythm game, which is just shapes and beats. I S-ranked all levels on normal, and all but 3 or 4 levels on hardcore. And those ones are just horrible. Mortal Kombat is the most difficult level on hardcore to S rank. I think I've got a B on it though, so I'm proud of that. So yeah. And the other rhythm game I played was Mustache, but in Mustache I am still, I'd say I'm pretty mediocre. But you know, I'm the type of person who wants to get through levels flawlessly, which is why there are a lot of levels I have never completed, because if I get hit once or miss a single note, I'm like, okay, no, restarting this level entirely. And if I can't do it completely without missing a single note, I give up on it. And that's why I have so many levels that I have never completed. But I have completed Punai Punai on hard mode on my third attempt, full combo. But I'm scared of master mode, and I'll probably never complete master mode, because I know Punai Punai on master mode is the most horrendous level that Mustache has to offer. Showed a friend Osu who doesn't play. He was like, how? You know what? I've seen gameplay of it, and I'm also like, okay, I'm not sure how to play that, but it looks interesting, I guess. But hey, if I ever do decide to play it, naturally I'd get through. That has to be some kind of small tutorial, and I think once you actually understand how to play it, I should be able to at least complete some levels, but I'll think about it. Maybe playing it in the future, I mean. It's really fun. It looks interesting from what I've seen. But that's enough talk about rhythm games. After all, we're playing a visual novel, not a rhythm game right now.
So you believe him now?
Shut up! I get where you're coming from, but if anyone will know how Meiji thinks, it's Sayori. She'll be able to see if I'm lying first. Pretty cheap, aka free, yeah. Fine, I'll trust Sayori then. Sorry, I know I'm not Meiji, so if you don't want to walk home with someone wearing a Meiji suit, I get.
Not at all! I did say any friend of Meiji's a friend of mine.
Oh, right, of course.
Well, if no one objects, we can do the same thing tomorrow. I really look forward to seeing how you all express yourselves.
Monica looks at me.
I hope you and Meiji do alright.
We'll do our best.
Alright, Code, let's go.
Sayori rushes out whistling. Here we go.
Ready to go?
Yep. We head down the street again.
Code, can I ask you something?
Sure, ask away.
You are his friend, right? Meiji's friend?
I'd like to think we are. Fine, since we're stuck with each other, I guess I'll call you my friend. You've done a lot for me after all. But I've done so little in... Meiji, seriously, this persecution complex of yours can get a little annoying. I keep telling you it's okay, you've done a lot for me. If it weren't for you, I'd be so lost.
What did Meiji say?
Ah, please don't tell her. He's asking me not to say.
Oh, I see.
Damn it, just let me tell her. It's embarrassing, plus I don't want her to worry. It's a friend's job to help when they're down. Fine. Meiji's feeling super down right now, he feels useless.
What? Meiji, listen to me. You're not useless. You've been helping Code with running your life, right? So don't call yourself useless.
You really think so, Sayori? Do you think so? Meiji wants to know.
Yes, I do. Meiji, you're an incredible person. Not that you're not, Code.
Sayori, calm down. I know you're closer to Meiji. We did just meet after all.
I guess you're right.
Silence overcomes us again.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask.
Oh, that was me. By the way, I wanted to ask. Do Yuri and Muramoto-san always act like that? Completely argumentative, I mean. Meiji and I were both curious about that.
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. Although, that's not the first time I've seen Yuri so angry. You don't hate them, do you? Either of you?
No, not at all. We don't hate them. We're just concerned. And take a deep breath. Seriously. Are you okay with this? I mean, I've hijacked the body of your best friend, and I don't know how to give it back even temporarily. It would be interesting if something like that happened IRL. It would be interesting. Though, let's face it. Okay, if you were in this situation, would you rather be the person whose body got taken over? Or would you rather be the person taking over someone else's life? Because I think both are interesting. I mean, if you're the one being taken over, I am sure you'd feel pretty helpless, being stuck there, being able to observe everything and talking to the person who's taking control, but not being able to actually do anything. But if you are the one taking over, then you gotta live someone else's life with their body. And I feel like that would also be kind of weird and uncomfortable. Because it's their life, you don't know anyone personally, and I don't know. Then again, we do know them. Also, I mean, you know, Code in the game knows them because he's played DDLC. And he knows that Monica's a risky person. So yeah. But you would rather be the one taking over. So not taking over, but taking over. Honestly, I am really unsure. I would fight myself, I guess, a lot. Honestly, I'd be the type of person who'd be like, yeah, no, if someone wants to take over my life, go ahead. I'll just kick back and relax and let someone else handle my life for me. So I'd certainly be the one who's like, yeah, no, take my life. I'll just give you advice, talk to you, and just make sure you get along with my with the people I know.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Besides, you've treated me so kindly these past couple of days, and you've stood up for Meiji and me, not to mention Yuri. You're a good person. Just stop being so impulsive.
No, don't start using in a blender, you dumbass. We'll both feel the pain. Don't do it. Oh, that's... You know what? That's one of the weirder parts. How do you go about... You know, if you ever feel any urges to, like, blow off some steam in... You know what I'm talking about. Wouldn't that be weird? I mean, you're in someone else's body. Would that be called... Would you be pleasing your... I mean, you both feel it, let's face it. But would that be considered sexual intercourse or masturbation? Asking the serious questions here, I know. But if you blow a load, then yeah. Oh my god, I have huge meat now. Look at that. But honestly, what would you consider that? But one more reason to be the one who's like laid back and not having to do anything because someone else is doing the work for you. But if you both, I mean, in this case, I mean, both people, same gender, would it be gay? Group masturbating. Yeah, let's go with that. It's a bad habit I have, I'll do my best. Good. I keep walking for a while, then I remember the question I was about to ask before being interrupted. I think it'd be a good idea to get her mind a bit off of what happened earlier today. Hey Sayori?
Yeah?
How did you and Monica get the others to join?
Oh! We actually got Natsuki and Yuri to join the day after Monica and I met.
Oh, we're gonna get another flashback scene? Alright.
Monica and I met during lunch the day after we first met. We were reading over the student handbook. Okay, so it says, this says that in order to make an official club, we need at least 4 members and a place to meet. Where would we meet up though?
But what if it's an opposite gender switch? You're a dude in a girl's body and you have... Okay. But honestly, being stuck in someone of the opposite gender wouldn't that be even weirder? Honestly, what would you think about that? I mean, being stuck in someone else's body is weird enough as it is. But being stuck in someone's body who has the opposite gender that you had? I'm honestly not sure how I'd be able to handle that. Like, how do you act if you're suddenly... Okay, you know what? No, I can. For someone, like... You know, I do identify mainly as male. But you know I have switched already. Well, I don't know if you know. My teeth fell off. But since I, as a digital being, not having a biological gender, I have tried going for the opposite one, for the opposite sex already. And people for some reason seem to like that. For some reason people like that, so I made it a redeemable reward for people to save up to if they want to see me like that again. But honestly, it's still... I don't know. Big boomer code. Just the fact that you're in someone else's body alone is weird, you know?
I asked about that after you left yesterday. Our clubroom would be the middle school classroom 3D. An entire classroom? I know, I was surprised too. But that's where the last literature club met before disbanding 2 years ago. I'm still surprised we don't need any advising teachers though. In my middle school, all clubs had teachers advising the class. Do you know why? I'll ask later. But in the meantime, we need club members. Can you think of anyone? I couldn't think of anyone at first, then I saw Yuri come in. She was carrying a book. Ooh, what about her? Yeah, I've seen her reading during most lunches. Wanna go ask her with me? Yep! Excuse me, are those seats taken? Huh? No, not at all.
Get the same age group, you're suddenly yeah, that's a big oof. How do I do this job? I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing here. That's... yeah. I mean, we are... in this game canonically, I think, what was it, 20 years old? So we are older than the main character, technically, yes. But not much older. But yeah. So we are a couple of years older than the person whose body we're inhabiting. Not by much, but still. Heh, poor Yuri. She really wasn't expecting that, was she?
Not really. Can I ask you something? Yoshikaga Yuri, class 3. Ah, Yoshika-san. I'm Asano Monica from class 3D, and this is Fujioka Sayori from class 3B. Hi! Hello there. I couldn't help but notice that you enjoy reading. Yes, much of my free time is spent on the pursuit of literature. Oh, cool! Would you like to join our literature club? Literature club? I wasn't aware our school had one.
Being younger with your older self's knowledge would be real. I mean, yeah, it would certainly help having more knowledge like that.
We don't, not right now anyway. Sayori and I are trying to form one, and we were looking for members. Would you be interested in joining? I don't know. I've never been in a club before. Would I be useful there? Well, I prefer that the club have a more relaxed atmosphere. When I think having activities for the club would be appropriate, we don't have to do them often. It's gonna be a fun and relaxing club! Wouldn't it be nice to have a place where you could read in peace? Yes, I suppose that would be a pleasant experience. No pressure, right, Monica? No, none whatsoever. I won't force you to join. I just figured you'd be interested and wanted to extend the offer. You can take time to think about it if you want. If you do decide to join, go ahead and come find me or Sayori. It's gonna be a fun club. I hope you join. Thank you for your kind consideration. And thank you for listening. Sorry if we interrupted you. No, it's okay. I'm quite intrigued by your offer. See you later, hopefully. Indeed, goodbye.
So then, how did you meet Natsuki? Huh. Yeah, I suppose Yuri would be a bit uncomfortable from what I've seen of her anyway.
Yeah, Monica and I kinda ganged up on her a bit. But we weren't mean.
I believe you. So how did you get Natsuki to join?
Oh, we convinced her a bit more easily than Yuri. We actually found her after school the next day. Are you sure about this, Yori? Sure about what? Well, it's just this Muramoto-san you mentioned doesn't sound like she's into literature like Yoshikaga-san was. Yoshika-san was. That was what the argument was about, though. Argument? The one from the other day? Yeah! She was arguing with someone about literature. Oh, there she is! We saw Natsuki sitting off on the benches reading manga. Excuse me?
Oh, it's you?
Yeah, you remembered me!
Well, you did help me. Who's this?
I'm Asuna Monica, class 3D. Fujioka Sayori, class 3B.
I'm Muramoto Natsuki, 3C. Can I help you with something?
Maybe you can. The two of us are hoping to start a literature club. Would you like to join?
Huh? A literature club? Why me? I don't read big books like those bookworms in the library do.
I remember you saying that something was literature.
Yes, manga. Manga is literature.
I know someone who'd agree with you about that. So, are you interested?
I don't know. What were you going to do in the club? Read long and boring novels? Big brain question. If you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future and why? Honestly, I think that if you go into the future, the standard of living is just gonna keep improving. Unless, of course, you reach the point where the apocalypse happened. So, let's hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, I think going to the past, while yeah, you might be able to do some stuff with your knowledge of the modern world, I think I'd just go as far into the future as possible. And just have the highest possible standard of living you can, because I think that if technology and everything advances far enough, then everyone will have a very good standard of living and won't even probably have to work anymore because machines will do everything for us. For everyone. So yeah, I choose the future. Far future. Though probably if you came to the future from the past, you wouldn't be very knowledgeable. You'd definitely have to take a crash course on whatever's going on right now.
Not all the time. We'll probably have some activities, but I'll try and make them enjoyable for all members.
Huh. Can I keep my manga in the club room?
I'm sure we can figure something out.
Well, I'm not in any clubs, and I could certainly use a place to... Never mind, I suppose I could give your new club a try. Are there any other members?
We asked someone earlier, but they said they'd think about it.
Okay.
Excuse me? Yoshika-san? Ooh, have you decided already? Yes, I have. I went home yesterday and thought about it. I think joining a club would be quite beneficial to me.
Really? Yay! Who's this?
This is the person I was telling you about. Yoshika Yuri.
Huh. Really?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Muramoto Natsuki?
Of course, Muramoto-san.
Blonde Natsuki just throws me off. Same. I mean, I've had to deal with this for almost 2 entire streams now, so I'm slowly starting to get used to it, but it's still weird.
Hey, since we are going to be in the same club, let's call each other by our first names. Oh, are you sure? Of course! What do you think, Monica? Well, if you're uncomfortable with that, I don't see why not. I don't mind.
Well, if everyone else is okay with it?
Great! Let's get our club registered! Whoa, slow down, Sayori. Let's do that tomorrow. A lot of the teachers are already gone, I'm sure.
There's the Natsuki I know and love. Yeah, I know, pink-haired Natsuki. I mean, she's still the same person, just different hair color. You know what, just go right up to us and ask her, hey, Natsuki, would you by any chance be interested in coloring your hair? Say, I don't know, maybe pink? I think it'd look good on you. Maybe wear pink contacts while you're at it. I think that color scheme would go very well with you. I mean, you don't have to, it's just an offer. Have you ever thought about it?
Sorry, I got a bit excited. So, are you all going to be, you all okay meeting out here after school tomorrow so we can register our club? That's perfectly fine with me.
Sure, why not? I'll tell my dad I'll be home a bit later tomorrow.
I'll be free after school. Great, then let's meet here tomorrow. See you all then.
The new eye color? I mean, the eye colors are... For Monica, nothing changed. For Sayori, only the hair color changed a little bit. But Natsuki and Yuri both had their eye and hair color changed. Honestly, the new eye color, I don't mind, honestly. I still think her overall pink color scheme was better, especially the hair. But the eyes, I really don't mind as much as the hair.
After that, we met up the next day and started the club.
That's pretty cool, actually. No kidding. I look around and see that we've reached Meiji's and Sayori's neighborhood. Oop, looks like we're almost home.
Yeah.
Sayori, something wrong?
It's just Meiji, Code. Sorry about how I acted earlier. I didn't mean to bring the mood down.
I should be the one apologizing. I am the one who brought it down. Although I should say Meiji wasn't quite on board with me telling you all. He didn't want to worry you. And neither do I. Even though I've only known you for a few days, I do care for you. And everyone in the club too. At any rate, I'll see you tomorrow. I have 2 poems to write.
Okay, good night you two.
Good night, Sayori. That was without a doubt the weirdest day I've ever had. You're telling me today could have gone a lot better.
And it could have gone a lot worse.
What the? I looked down at the front step. Sure enough, there's a pair of female shoes there. Fucking Monica. I walk into the living room and see Monica casually sitting on the couch. I raise an eyebrow. Or both. Do you really not have any other clothes, or did you just rush or teleport over here after we left?
Nice to see you again too. And to answer that, it's a mixture of both. I don't have a home.
For real? Wait, you're homeless? What the hell? No way.
It's not something mentioned in the game, I guess. Recently homeless after my parents kicked me out for leaving the debate club.
She trails off. This is absolutely an uncomfortable topic for her. This sucks. And she's probably not been able to wear anything else since being kicked out. I look her up and down a bit. Meiji's your sister about Monica's size? I think so. Monica, stand up for me for a bit.
Huh? Like this?
Yep. I walk around her, letting Meiji get a better look.
Code, what are you doing?
Just a second. Well, Meiji, thoughts? Yeah, she and Aiko are pretty similar.
Are you two checking me out?
Not for that reason. But yes, also for that reason. Yeah, not the only reason, Horn Dog. Well, Meiji, what do you want? Monica's pretty nice. I mean, she's giving us the look again. How can you say no to those eyes? Remember earlier today when she pushed us up against the wall? Looking at us, eyes covered by shadow with the classic hentai protagonist look. And now she's giving us the teasing eyes again. You have to admit, she is something. That's gonna be so uncomfortable for Meiji though, because we're in his body and we're kind of really going for Monica in his body. Oh, that's gonna be so uncomfortable. Can you imagine someone having your body and going after a girl that they're interested in, that you're not as interested in as some others? It's gonna be so weird. Oh, quiet you. Meiji's telling me his older sister's the same size as you. Come on, let's see if we can find some clothes for you to wear besides those. I lead Monica up to Aiko's room. We go to a closet where a few of her clothes are hanging. Choose whichever clothes you want. As she searches through Aiko's dresser, Meiji speaks up. I thought you didn't trust her. I don't. Then why this? Just because I don't trust her doesn't mean I'm going to just kick her out. I mean, I guess. She just needs to be cleaned up, and all truth be told, she hasn't done what I told you, but she's capable of it. Is that the main reason? Yes. That makes sense. I'm sure you would really love a shower after being in those clothes for who knows how long, right?
Yeah, if I could.
Of course, leave your uniform in the basket in the bathroom and I'll try to get them washed. I walk downstairs to the end of the hallway, grab one of the spare towels and put it in the bathroom's outer room. Walk down and sit on the couch thinking. Not entirely sure what I should do now. I'm still wary of Monica, but after what I just heard, I feel bad asking her to leave. Code? You okay? Yeah, I'm just thinking is all. About Monica? I nod slowly. You're not seriously thinking about kicking her out, are you? Code? Meiji's tone is stern now. Don't tell me. Were you actually thinking about it? I shake my head vehemently. Remember, you actually told me you're not going to neglect Monica. Don't be so hard on her now. Yeah, I know. Meiji, what do you think would happen if we asked your parents to let Monica stay here at least tonight? I don't know. They might be worried about anything happening between us. I'm sure you've noticed by now, but my mom is a pretty big worrywart. Really? I hadn't noticed. Oh, shut up. Kidding. Alright, let's call them. Pull out Meiji's phone and call up his mom. 1.5 rings later, she picks up. Hey, Mom?
Meiji, you don't normally call unless there's an emergency. Is everything alright? Are you sick again? Need me to come home?
No, Mom, I'm alright. I just have something to ask you. A big favor.
What is it?
Well, it's like this. I just found out that a member of my club needs a place to stay, and I said she could stay here for a while. I guess she got kicked out of her house or something. I was hoping, well, that she could stay with us for a while. For a little bit until she gets her situation figured out. I know it's a huge favor, but I'd feel like a terrible person if I just turned her down. Silence on the other end.
Wow, this is a big favor. Let me call you back. I need to discuss it with your father. Where's this clubmate now?
I'm letting her use the shower and giving her some of Aiko's clothes.
Will she fit in them?
They're about the same size, yeah.
I'll at least allow that, but as for staying, it's a big decision.
I understand. If that doesn't work, maybe Sayori's family would be willing to take her in for a while. Sayori's mom would jump on that.
We'll let you know, okay?
Sure, Mom, take your time.
Love you, sweetie.
Love you too. Bye. Click. I sit on the couch. I hear the shower going, Monica humming to herself. I'm sure if your parents don't let Monica stay here, Sayori's would definitely let her stay. Oh, she would. Speaking of her family, do you think Sayori's parents know about her depression? I have no idea. But if she does, I'm sure she'd love to have Monica there to watch over Sayori. Meiji, Monica is the one who intentionally, mind you, but still, damn it. Meiji, Monica's the one, not intentionally, mind you, but she still is the one who pushed Sayori to suicide. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But that hasn't happened yet, has it? Besides, you're here now, right? You can make Monica happy. How am I going to do that when I'm stuck in your body? Sayori might say she understands, but deep down her heart would break every time she sees me and Monica together. I'm still wearing your body. Emotions and logic don't mix, especially with a girl with depression. Yeah. I head into the hallway and knock on the door. Is the inner door locked? Can I come in?
Yeah, you can come in.
How's everything going in here? By the way, I need to check something really quick in the settings. What choices? Rollback side, display. Okay, I'm just making sure. Because remember Blue Sky had an option to censor nudity. This game doesn't have it. So I'm guessing there is no nudity in this game, in this mod. Because if there is, then, oh boy, I'm getting worried. How's everything going in there?
Perfect, thank you so much to both of you. I've been trying to clean using bathrooms at the school, so You can imagine how relieving this is.
I'm glad to hear it. Last night I called Meiji's parents and asked if you could stay here with us. They haven't given a direct answer, but if they do say yes, would you be opposed to borrowing Meiji's sister's room?
Are you sure? Even though you don't trust me completely?
Just because I don't trust you yet doesn't mean I'm going to abandon someone to a life on the street.
Code, thank you for your unbelievable kindness.
Don't mention it. Let me start the laundry. Then I'll make us something simple to eat.
Thank you.
No problem. With Meiji's help, I put Monika's school clothes in the washing machine. Meiji, what kind of veggies do you guys have? Veggies? Monika's a vegetarian. Oh wow, well I'm not surprised actually. She once said something in class last year about how the meat industry is one of the leading causes of pollution or something. That's the reason, yeah. I begin preparing the ingredients for gratin. Yeah. About 5 minutes later, I hear the shower room door opening. Monika comes out, humming something to herself. She looks pretty comfy in casual clothes. Didn't realize her hair was so long. Well, I guess seeing her in a ponytail all the time makes it hard to judge length. Well, it's interesting to see you in something other than your school uniform, and with your hair down.
Thanks, Code.
Monika looks at what I'm making.
How did you know I was a vegetarian?
It came up in the game.
It did? Huh, interesting. Hey, can I help you make dinner? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure, knock yourself out.
Thank you.
I hand her a cheese grater. I never imagined Monika being this happy just from grating cheese. Meanwhile, I take out a mandolin slicer Meiji told me about and begin to slice potatoes. We remain like that for a while. Monika's smile remains for a little while, but then she starts humming. Humming a very familiar tune. Is it your reality? Her smile starts to vanish. She stops what she's doing and looks at the counter. Monika, what's up? Monika? Crap, what the hell?
Code,
Monika? Turns towards me, hugging me so suddenly that I fall flat onto my back. Sobbing loudly into my chest, my shirt gets stained fast. She hits the floor a few times before letting it go limp. I lie there, not sure exactly what to do in the situation. What if what she was humming is enough to cause her to break down? What the hell do I do here? 10 minutes pass. Finally, she sits back up. Sitting on the floor and she's straddling me.
It's been so hard. I've been so alone. It's just so overwhelming to be the only real person in this world of fakes. But not anymore. Now that you're here, it can be just the two of us.
Monika, we are not doing that. Monika, we're trying to make everyone happy. Everyone. Don't pull this now, okay? We're not going towards that ending. I tense up when her expression changes. Oh dear, that's the smile she used in Act 3. Guess that answers that. She's having a hard time considering everyone else real still. Monika, the others are just as real as you and me. I hope you realize that.
They're just NPCs. It's not like they have souls.
She's about to go on, but stops. A look of realization passes over her face.
Oh, is that why you don't trust me yet?
That's a big part of it. If you keep thinking of them as blank slates, you'll make a mistake, a fatal one. I've played this game before and saw it happen. You were so desperate for a route you trapped the player in the space classroom just to find the happiness the game script denied you.
The space classroom, I'm familiar with that. Fitting name too. I created it during lunch to get away from everything and think.
That explains why she wasn't in the club room either. Monika, I need you to promise me now not to mess with the game, not in that way.
What do you mean?
No fiddling with any of the character files. I need you to find a way to separate me from Meiji instead, please.
But if I do that, what will happen?
I don't expect that to be easy, but if anyone can do it, it's you.
Are you sure we can do something like that? We could delete Meiji.
Monika, how could you even think of such a thing?
He's just a puppet on a string.
Ouch, that hurts. Not to me, he's not. Listen, You and I are going to sit down and I'm going to tell you about what happened in the game I played, but first let's finish this Gratin.
Fine.
More of the preparation goes along in silence. It's awkward for a while. As we continue to cook, try and think of something to say to break the silence. An idea comes to my mind, but I don't know if it's the right thing to ask now, but I have to know. Hey, I know it's a bit personal to ask, but when were you kicked out of your house and why?
I was kicked out Sunday evening. My father found out that I quit the debate club and formed my own club. He's always been pushing me to be my best and perfect in his eyes. At least that's the backstory I have.
Jesus. So Yuri has depression, Natsuki has a strict father, Yuri has self-harm, you have perfectionist abusive parents. All of you have problems, I see. Is your mother the same?
Yes. They were both straight A students and expect me to be the same.
God damn it. How much more cliche can you get? I begin putting the ingredients together. I can see that for you. Constantly projecting an air of confidence has to be a self-defense mechanism you develop because of your parents. Which begs the question, how did this world get so expanded in the first place? You four aren't the only tropes I've seen since coming here. There's a traditional Gyaru trope, the well-liked class rap girl from a rich family trope, a group of bullies led by a rich snob who drags boys around by their dicks. And I'm sure there's more around.
Speaking of Tani-san, I heard something happened between you and her on Monday. What happened?
After I explain, Monica sighs.
You really are reckless.
I've had to be. My real appearance isn't exactly imposing. I grab my phone from the kitchen table and open it up. I show her picture that Mom took of me at high school graduation.
Oh, wow, you're really handsome. Not that you're not Meiji, but I guess I have rose-tinted eyes when it comes to the player. Who took the pictures?
My mom.
Do you miss your parents?
She sounds scared. Well, yeah, they're my parents.
If you could, would you leave this world and go back?
Seems kind of pointless to think about that. I doubt we'll be going back anytime.
But would you?
Monica grabs my arms, holding them desperately. Honestly, I think I wouldn't go back. If choosing between staying in this world or going back, I'd choose to stay, I think. Especially with the company. I mean, yeah, sure, there are people you'd miss. I definitely miss some people, and they'd sure be worried about you suddenly disappearing. But let's face it, this life seems a lot better than what most people have, myself included. I just asked her if she'd be able to bring some more stuff from my reality over. Because I know she can do that, after all, she has brought over my bag with my phone and stuff. Just bring me my entire room, just bring everything from my room over and we're fine. Are living your shit life again, But yeah, just make sure I have all my stuff and we're doing fine. Goodbye Twitch community, goodbye family, goodbye friends. I'm leaving you all to go to DDLC, to the world of DDLC. See you never. But hey, you'd know I was in good hands, so no reason to worry about me. Monica grabs my arms, holding them desperately. Are you afraid of me going back home and leaving you? She nods with tears in her eyes. I sigh. Monica, when I first came here, I made myself a promise. A promise that I almost forgot. A promise that I would not neglect any of the girls here. And that includes you. I mean, yes, I do miss my family. I would love to see them again, but I made a promise. 2D better than 3D anyways. Thank you. It is true. Damn it, stop looking at me like that. Try and think of something to say, and my mouth suddenly moves before I have a chance to think. Tell you what, if we find a way for me to be separated from Meiji, I don't see why I can't take you on a nice date and get to know you better. She releases me. Wait, what did I just say? Ah, fuck, I doubt there's any getting out of that now.
I'm sorry, it's just I don't want to lose you.
Because I'm real? She stiffens up a bit and doesn't answer. Come on. Let's finish this gratin. You work in a more uncomfortable silence. Monica steals glances at me every so often. After the gratin's in the oven, Monica and I go to the living room and lazily browse the local TV stations. Pretty elaborate for a game. There's even some international documentary covering some Remembrance Day in America, but I skip right over it. Serve up 2 plates for me and Monica, leaving some aside for Meiji's parents. Finally, after we're finished, Monica speaks up.
Hey, could you tell me what happened when you played the game now? I don't mean to keep prying, but I want to know what made you distrust me.
I almost reply when I stop. Hold on a second, I need to check something. I rush up to Meiji's room, pull out my laptop, then turn it on. What are you doing? I have a copy of the game on my laptop, I just hope it works offline. After the computer boots up, I search through the directory and find the folder. I delete the first run file and attempt to start the game again. To my relief, the familiar warning screen pops up. What the hell? What's with their hair? It's a dating sim, of course they're gonna have odd-colored hair. Oh, right, I guess that's true of all dating sims. Close the game, then head downstairs. Motion Monica into the living room and connect my laptop to the TV. She comes in and watches me curiously.
What are you doing?
I want you to play the game. Monica stares at the screen nervously.
How is this possible?
Hey, this game isn't the one we're stuck in, it's just a copy. I downloaded from the Steam Marketplace. The game was made specifically to be a psychological horror game disguised as a dating sim. Each run-through ends pretty much the same way. I'll let you play it.
Please don't make me play this game. I can't watch myself be rejected.
I know I'm being cruel, but I need her to understand. Breaking the fourth wall of the fourth wall, let's go! You want to know what the game does? This is the perfect way for me to explain it. Now, shall we begin? You okay, Monica? You okay? You okay? It's been a while since I've heard the song. Yeah, Monica doesn't look okay. So, thoughts? Holy shit, that's the scariest thing I've ever seen. Meiji has been silent ever since the end of Act 1. I believe you completely. Feel sorry for her? Honestly, you have to. You have to feel sorry for her at this point. Monica, honestly, it's a thing. Monica? I'm so sorry you had to see that, Meiji. It's okay. I can feel Meiji's exhaustion as I remain seated on the couch. Give him a moment to gather his thoughts. Also, she ran out. I really have no words for this. It's really hard to think clearly when all I can see is... I understand. No, I don't think you can understand. You're right, I'm sorry. That was the wrong thing to say. How could I let this happen? How could I let my best friend go through something like this? I decide to let him vent his frustrations for a bit, resisting the urge to chew him out again. Sounds like he needs this. I can't forgive myself. Nope, can't do it. Meiji, it really isn't your fault, you know. Depression isn't something people can cause. Remember what the Sayori in the game said? She's had depression her whole life. You haven't known her your whole life. Maybe not, but I definitely didn't help. I'd have been there for her otherwise. Take a deep breath and try to speak calmly and reassuringly. Meiji, people like Sayori hate seeing people worry about them. They think they're selfish for thinking about themselves. Think about it this way. You want to help the woman you love, right? More than anything. But what can I do? I feel completely useless here. Just be there for her. Let her know you care. I know it's gonna be very hard with what's going on right now. Yeah, true. But I'll make sure she knows that you'll be there for her. Thanks. You've no idea how much I appreciate it. It's the least I can do. What are you gonna do about Monica? What do you mean do about Monica? Well, what if she runs off? I don't think she's run off. Let's go see. And her shoes are gone and I head outside and look around. Hear some soft sniffling from the fence. Walking over, I cautiously peer over the gate. Oh, we got some new artwork here too. See Monica sitting on the ground, rocking back and forth slightly. Monica? It's alright, it didn't happen yet. We can prevent all this. We can just, do it together. We have to, if we cooperate here, we can make sure everything works out in the end. That whole game thing doesn't have to happen. Just, I know the script is also kind of doing stuff, basically PTSD. I mean, again, in that case, PTSD from things that haven't actually happened yet. But yeah. Just, I know Monica isn't the only thing that's all powerful. Technically, the script itself is also constantly struggling to correct itself and work everything back to how it's supposed to be. But let's face it, the entirety of Act 2 and 3 only happened because of Monica. So I don't think the question is, what happens to the what happens to the script if we make it past the festival? Will the script just completely collapse in upon itself, or Because we all know that Monica and the script both don't always get along. For example, when the script just ends a day when she's still trying to talk to the main character, it's a thing. So since I think we are able to convince Monica, the question is what to do about the script in case that tries to work against us. I mean, having Monica on our side, even if the script is still doing its own thing, would definitely be helpful. I guess we'll have to wait and see. She's breathing sporadically. Crap, she's traumatized. Quietly approach her and stand next to her, but not too close. She doesn't even acknowledge that I'm there. The poor girl is trembling hard. It's hard seeing her like this. It is. What you gonna say? I don't know. She's in a fragile state of mind. Whatever I do could either help or break her. I see. I look out at the neighborhood. I remain next to her, listening to Monica as she holds back her gasps. After a while, she starts to slow down, probably trying to calm herself down. Touching her right now is probably a terrible idea. Don't even think I should say anything too loudly anyway. Damn it, I feel helpless. I lower my voice as quietly as I can. Monica? She yelps a bit, jumping and turning towards me. Her body is tense. She stands up slowly.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt you.
Monica?
I don't want to die. I don't want to be deleted. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No.
What the fuck?
I'm so sorry, Sayori. Yuri, Natsuki, please forgive me.
Game, don't glitch out now. Monica! I need you to calm down. Because I don't want this game to break down. And Monica, if you just calm down a second and we talk this through, it's gonna be fine. Everything will work out. I won't delete you. I won't. And I won't delete any of the others either. And you won't do that either. Everyone's gonna be fine.
Please don't delete me.
Don't like this.
Please, God, no. I didn't want this to happen. No, 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 no.
Monica, calm down, calm down. What does one do in this situation? Monica, you're glitching out the game. You're glitching out the game. Monica's words become incoherent and her breathing intensifies. Her trembling only increasing. Monica, you're glitching out the game. I need you to calm down. Go do something. Help her, goddammit. Quickly grab Monica's shoulders and give her a small shake. I'm not sure what to say here. I broke Monica. Damn it. This isn't what I wanted. Well, I guess I'm gonna try and reassure her. You are not her. You will never be her. I reach over and pull Monica closer, hands on her shoulders. Look into her eyes with what I hope is a look of certainty. Monica, that game is not your reality. It will never happen like that. I promise. Finally, she begins to cry, rivers of tears streaming down her face, down from her eyes and down her cheeks. I stand there, holding her shoulders as she sobs a bit more. Soon she starts slowing down, only sniffling every so often now. She wipes her tears away with her sleeve. Monica? Monica pulls away, looking a bit unsure.
Are you sure you can keep that promise? You saw what happened in that game. How can you make that promise to me? What if it doesn't work?
I tighten my grip on her shoulders. Look at me. You are not her, you are not the Monica in the game, and you will never be her. She closes her eyes, taking deep but labored breaths to try and calm down. See her mouthing a few words almost on repeat to herself. Some mantra that might be helping her calm down.
Code, I've made a decision.
Oh?
I've decided. I believe you that the people in this world are real.
That must have taken a lot on her part to admit. Yeah, true.
And I promise that I'll work on a way to safely separate you and Meiji. We'll help the other girls too.
Thank you. That means the world to me.
And Meiji, I'd like to apologize to you too for my earlier remark about deleting you. It was rude and horrible.
I'm not upset at you. I'm not upset at you, but I forgive you nonetheless. He forgives you.
Thank you, I'm glad.
Meiji's phone then rings. Hello? Meiji, it's Mom. That's odd, she doesn't normally call me this late. Oh hey Mom, is something wrong? You don't normally call this late.
Everything's fine, well...
Mom?
It's about your new friend.
What about her?
Listen, your father and I discussed what you're asking. We haven't come to an agreement on what to do about your fellow club member. Parents? Was that her?
Yeah, 1 second. Turn on the speakerphone option. She can hear you. She can hear you now, guys. Mom, Dad, this is the president of the school's literature club. Asano, Monica. Monica, my parents.
It's a pleasure to meet you both. Your son graciously offered me a place to stay.
Ah, you sound like a polite young lady, Asano-san, but I hope you understand our apprehension. My husband and I both work long hours and we can't be home, so having our son alone with a girl... For the record, I trust you, Meiji, but you know how your mom is. What is it the younger generation says? Don't be bringing home no babies.
Hey!
Monica's trying not to laugh. Hey, she's already cheered up, look at that. Meiji's mother sighs.
Asano-san, you can stay in our daughter's room for the time being. Thank you, ma'am. This means a lot to me.
You're welcome, but we still need to discuss this in person. My husband and I can't leave work early today, but we'll be back early tomorrow, so we can talk then. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome, sweetie. Love you, Meiji. Bye.
Love you too, Mom. See ya. I hang up. Well, that went as well as could be expected.
Thank you, Code, and you too, Meiji. So what now?
Well, I'm gonna clean up and then we can relax for the night. I start to head inside, when I decide to try and make Monica laugh to try and cheer her up. Meiji, does your family have Netflix? No, we don't have Webflix, though. No, we do have Webflix, though. Why? Oh, good. Webflix and chill it is. What? Dude, I'm still here! Sorry, Meiji, but I'm the one in control of this body, and if I decide to Webflix and chill with Monica... You better be watching intently. You might learn something from this. My face gets hot. Who says you're the only one who gets to tease? Just let me clean up first.
I'm helping and don't say no.
Fine with me. We stand up and head back inside. We both head back into the kitchen. Put the 2 plates I'd saved from Meiji's parents aside, then put the rest in the refrigerator. Webflix and chill? Yeah. Alright. I think we're getting close to the end of today's stream. You know what? Yeah, no, I think once the day is over, we're ending the stream. Let's see what else we might be able to experience here first. Put the 2 plates I'd save from Meiji's parents aside, then put the rest in the refrigerator. Monica wipes the counters down. We finish, then head back in. I turn on the TV and begin browsing. As I'm doing this, I can feel Monica inching closer and closer until she's leaning against me. Flinch, causing Monica to jump back.
I'm sorry, I guess you still don't trust me yet.
I understand why you did it, but yes, please respect my boundaries for now.
Oh, right, I overdid it. I'm sorry, Code.
I feel guilty at seeing Monica's expression change. I'm not really the best at reading emotions, but it does look to me like she's genuinely regretful. She starts to get up, but I reach over and grab her wrist.
Code?
You don't have to get up. You can sit here if you want.
Oh, thank you.
She sits back down, a respectful distance away from me. Grab the remote and select a show. Hardly anything interrupts us during the rest of the night. Do get up for a bit to hang Monica's school clothes to dry. All the time though, I'm partially aware of Monica watching, not moving from where she is. I am glad she seems to be trying to approach me on my terms though. Might not trust her still, but that doesn't mean I can't feel empathy for her situation. After a few episodes, I look at the clock. Damn, where'd the time go? It's getting late. Meiji and I still have poems to write.
Oh, same here.
She then turns fully to me.
Meiji, Code, I promise that I will do my best to figure out how to safely separate you and Meiji.
Thank you, Monica. We both appreciate it. Reluctantly, Monica stands and stretches. We both head upstairs. Good night, Monica.
Good night, Code and Meiji.
I go to Meiji's room and sit at his desk. Grab a pen and some loose paper. Alright. Let's get your poem done first, that way you can sleep. Sounds good, thanks. Any idea what you'll write about? I have one, yeah. Well, let's begin some drafts. Put a piece of scrap paper down and put my hand to the page. Lay it on me. For the next half hour, Meiji dictates his first draft to me. Keep my mouth shut and make changes where he wants. After a while, he has a poem that he's willing to share. What do you think? You'll hear my opinion tomorrow. Seems unfair to discuss it now. Ah, alright. Well, good night. Meiji's instantly asleep. I begin with writing my poem. Finally, I have a poem I like. Wonder what the girls will think. Put the notebook away. As I'm packing, I notice 2 packs of unopened gel pens sitting at the bottom of my backpack along with my poem for the day. For some reason, I immediately think of Monica and how I basically broke her earlier. I start feeling guilty. Maybe I can make it up to her somehow. Hide the backpack again and head out. Poem and pack of pens in hand. I hesitantly knock on Monica's door. Monica, are you still awake?
Come in.
I open the door and see Monica sitting at the desk.
Hey, Code, what's up?
She puts her pen down. Before I went to bed, I wanted to give you something. First, my poem from today. She grabs it from me immediately. Whoa.
Sorry, I was just waiting all day for it.
Ah, sorry. I also came to give you something else, something I thought you might like.
Oh?
When I came here, my backpack somehow made its way here, and there are a few things in there. One of them I thought you'd like to have. Something from my reality. I hold one of the packs of pens out. I thought you'd like them. She takes them almost reverently.
These are from reality?
Yep. I hold out the second pack. I have another set just like that one. Now we can share something, even if it's as small as this. Sorry if it sounds a little silly.
No, you have no idea how happy this makes me. Something from reality is in my hands. I almost feel like I should cherish this forever.
Well, I do hope you use them too. At any rate, sleep well. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, Code. Good night, Meiji.
He's already asleep.
Really? How does that even work?
No idea.
Well then, good night, Code. Love you so much.
Thanks. Have a good night, Monica.
You too.
After I leave, I pause as I hear something from the room. I can clearly hear Monica's crying, but it sounds like happy tears. At least, I think they are anyway. Feel a bit better now. I head back to Meiji's room. Finally, sleep. Thursday, October 26th, 2017. And this is where I'm ending it. I feel bad for the 5 people watching, but you get to take part in a raid I'm doing now. We still have to figure out who to raid though. For now though, let me quickly save the game in slot 2. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna make double sure it's saved. I always save multiple times. Hold up. Hold up. What is it? Go on then. Talk about what you want to talk about. I'm gonna prepare everything for a raid. While you say whatever it is you want to say. The mod's name. Oh, right. Hang on. I'll put it in. Thank you, chat, for asking me to confirm my own rules. So it was called, just search up for DDLC. World of Dreams. I think it's just that. It's only been recommended to me as World of Dreams, but just DDLC World of Dreams should be, there it is, look at me, should be what you need to look up. I think it's currently only Act 1. I think currently only Act 1 is out, but, I mean, if I finish Act 1, and, well, you know, there's more, and there's gonna be updates in the future, maybe, then naturally I'll come back to play Act 2, if that's a thing that's gonna come out. Okay. Now, let's see. Yes, I'm sure I want to quit. Also, apparently, Rez is live. He raided me earlier. Did he already go live again? There's no way, right? There's no way the dude went live again. He just raided me from... No, never mind, he's live again. Okay then, I guess that means it's time to return the favor. He raided me, it's time to raid him now. It's only fair. Let's return the favor here real quick. Alright, everyone ready to head over? Then we'll do that now, so see you over there. And goodbye to everyone else too. Bye!